Okay. Sorry, just it's been a while. I'm rusty with the stream. Let me just see what the fuck's going on. Let me check that it's working as well, I guess. Always good to knit it up. What's going on? Oh yeah. Golden.
Play.
Oh,
they are all playing for that 1.2 million first place prize.
1.2 million. Not bad. I mean, that's a lot of entries, huh? 50 grand entry. $500 rake. What the fuck? Let's go, baby. Yeah, I thought about making the trip, actually, for this series, but unfortunately couldn't get direct flights and have just been pretty busy. Oop. So let me figure out the volume and stuff. So Rob Young is going to bust 9th in the money. Laszlo busting 8th, also in the money. And then we have Espen Mirmo with 3% of the chip, 17 BB. Chip leader, 250 fucking blinds. So, I mean, lots of stacks, like most of the table 40 plus effective. I know quite a few of these people as well. Danielle Neuer from Australia. What the fuck? Random chick at the FT. That's a dude? There is no chick here. So Espen we played a bit with on coin. Is this the quote-unquote Australian? This guy I know. This guy I've played with a bit online. This dude I know pretty well. This guy I also know. This guy I did a trade with once. I don't really know him too well, but he's friends with Griff. This is the Spanish guy that I don't know who's chip leader. Is he possibly a whale? I don't know. The name looks familiar, Cesar Garcia, but doesn't mean much. How are things? Yeah, man, not bad. Fucking busy and shit. So this random guy over here is called Danielle, and he's quote-unquote Australian. A strange name for a dude, mate, with an E at the end.
I do think it will be hard to work on Caesar, but I like to, you know, he's lasted chips, but he strikes me as like, if he does get the...
Yeah, so whatever. We've got a massive chip leader here. And even though stacks are all 17 plus BB deep, the fact that the chip leader covers people by absolute miles does make it extremely shitty for him, you know, for other people to play pots. And you're going to see this reg here called Doorbread. You're going to see him fold ace-10, 5-4 mid from cutoff, which is playable in lots of situations. And he's third in chip, so he'd love to play the hand. But with chip leader on button, he's just going to be snap folding shit like this. Chip leader on button is probably going to have to be playing this. I don't know the stacks behind him, but this is pretty much automatic. Neuer. Oh yeah, so this is the Danielle guy. And Nino and BB. So what are the blinds here again? 40-80. So Nino, he's one of the 40 stacks. Nino does not want to get put in the cooker at all. I mean, but does he just go laying shit like this down from BB? What preflop raise size is this? It is pot. So yeah, annoying spot for Nino. Like, he's just going to snap fold. It depends on the guy, to be honest. Like, if you're expecting him to come in and c-bet small and stuff, like, I'm tempted to peel. Maybe not that hand, but medium hands in general. But if they're going to be c-betting, like, they're opening pot and they're c-betting big, it's annoying. Like, you're just free-rolling the table a bit too much. So there's not much to win for a lot of these stacks at the moment. And even though, like, it's a 17 and a 20, the short stacks, I imagine they probably have to let them blind down a bit. It's going to be somewhat of a nit fest. Griff has a hand here, and basically his option is, does he want to be limping in at all? Let's see what he's thinking here. It's not the best hand ever. He's min tempted to play it. He decides, you know what? I'm here to win this fucking tournament, so let's not get too spewy. And this guy's obviously going to raise. It looks like he's potting whatever he opens. He wins the blinds. So we might be skipping quite a bit at the start of this this thingy.
customer said.
Cesar Garcia, Cesar SPA. That also is a familiar looking name, but like I didn't play that much PLO throughout my career, so I don't know who he is. He got third in the 2K CGWC. Okay, really?
It's a specific type of
Okay, so he's also a reg.
I'm not sure.
We'll be posting more soon. I'm very unlikely, man. I'm extremely busy.
Going for 3-3. 3 out of 3 hands.
Yes, he is a reasonably well-known player. There's lots of things he's known for. I think for me personally, the Nandez scarf debacle is what comes to mind. But yeah, he's also making a name for himself on the tables for sure. He's been playing and studying and whatnot for at least the last 5 years, to my knowledge, and playing at reasonable stakes the entire time. So okay, whatever. We're just going to skip through a bit of this stuff. I'm not sure what the problem here is, but this guy has too many fucking chips, basically. Alright, so, okay, Espen is the shit stacker, and he has a playable holding. Does he want to try and flop something here out of the small blind versus a pot open? I think the answer is no. Sadly for him. I think the answer is no. Could he defend this from BB? Yeah, probably. Does he want to call from small blind? Probably not. So these guys are talking about something. Well, Espen is actually going to defend here. I'm not sure if this makes any sense or not. I'm going to assume it doesn't. But respect, man. Like, fuck the chip leader, bro. Like, let's double up and shit, you know? Also, they might not even necessarily be playing for a pay jump at this exact point. I haven't seen the structure. I did see that the 8th and 9th places got the exact same amount of money. It's pretty unlikely that 7th will get the same, but it is possible, I guess. No, it won't be like that. Okay, so he's going to flop pretty good. It's a board he can donk. Is there any point in him donking middle pair OE? Well, you get some denial. What could you bluff off here? Possibly some random JJ hand or something like that. He's going to lead actually small. What was the sizing there? Oh, no, he just pots out. Okay, so whatever. It said for a second, it said some random small bet size, but that was just a graphical error. Anyway, he takes it down there. Good on you, bruv. Probably a totally spewy call pre-flop, but respect.
The mystery is being solved as we speak.
Okay. So they're talking about like one fucking crumb chip. Big conversation.
Or indeed for warps. No, we're just doing a Q&A with you today. He's 3 for 3.
Oh, so he's going to get AA here. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much what he gets dealt. Ooh. The BB has a real hand. Oh, and the BB has a real stack. So we're going to see a bit of poker get played. For what it's worth, he should be a bit tighter into the second chip guy's BB. Because this dude here has over 100 BB. He flops full dog shit, though, on a board where the aces can absolutely be c-betting and enjoying. It doesn't really matter too much whether he wants to play kind of aggro here or not. He's going to go for it anyway. But it's a funny spot because he's playing aggressively in general. But this is the one situation where he probably plays a lot more flop check back and he probably opens a little bit tighter. So, interesting sub-dynamic there in that particular hand. But we didn't really get to notice anything since the hole cards didn't really set up for much of a clash. I think it's interesting that he chooses to pot, considering he's obviously playing really loose. He doesn't have to be potting, you know what I mean? To achieve some of the same result, and I think it's dependent on how deep the BB is. But maybe he's just happy with the big blinds not wanting to play defense, and when he prices down a bit, like they get to defend more, and he just doesn't want it to happen. So it's an interesting situation. I definitely think it's a mistake to not vary your pre-flop sizings at all. But in this exact situation where he's monster chip leader and nobody really wants to go post with him because like they're all just free rolling, like based on how deep they are. Like the shortest guys can call and then they have like, you know, one bet to play basically post flop. And all of the other guys can call, but like after like a c-bet goes in, they're under so much pressure. And the ICM is incentivizing them to fucking fold and stuff. So, does he need to pot pre in this spot? I think it makes a lot of sense in this spot, potting pre. Because he doesn't really want to go post and let people hit. And they're going to fold a lot of stuff pre-flop. Like, they're going to be playing super tight defending ranges. So yeah, really interesting. I'm fully washed though, of course, so this is unfortunate. Like, as you get older, and I'm almost 40 now, and you start to realize your own limitations a little bit more. You know, the delusional self-confidence of youth starts to dim slightly, even for somebody like me. And not having played any hands, not having studied at all or whatever, not that I was big on studying, but you know, being less involved with the scene of actually playing the game recently, I do feel like I'm just going to have some fully retarded thoughts. Whereas before I was watching these things, I was ripping on everyone. I felt like I knew what was going on, you know? Now it's, you know, I'm just stabbing in the dark, but it should be a good fun. Good little bit of fun. Unfortunately for me, and I see Imber in the chat there, I have been spoiled by Dirk. He randomly texts me and just fucking spoils for, you know, I don't know. Some people just don't think about spoiling. So I'm spoiled on the winner, which is cool, but, you know, also a little bit sad. Anyway, we're seeing some defense here. Oh, was it limp? Sorry. No, it's gone limp check BBB. And so, again, Dorbred is third in chips. And he's going to lead here with what? Low Rizzy, no spade. Kind of interesting hand, whether to start playing it aggressively or not. A lot of shit aces are going to punish IP, I think, in this ICM dynamic. So it makes sense for him to come out firing, especially because his limping range is going to be tighter than, you know, if there was no ICM. But his actual hand really didn't want to get raised, which makes it interesting because it was a decent equity hand. You searched payouts and got spoiled. Yeah, bro, you never do that, mate. That's amateur hour, mate. That's fucking amateur hour.
What would I do without you next to me?
I'll be honest, I have been having to...
Correct, 4.8 million.
Aha. So, interesting one. So Philip here is going to open pot cutoff. And you've got, I always find this one of the most interesting spots in PLO MTT. It's when the big chip leader is small blind. Because I feel like small blind big chip leader, they don't really fuck with you as much. They're like, I'm out of position, and like I'm not getting good odds, and he's probably fucking tight. And they just never really do fucking anything to you. This is an interesting one though, because Sean Raphael has a absolute beast hand. Yeah, I guess Philip here, if I'm Philip here, I'm playing raise only, considering the dynamic of the, maybe not raise only, but I'm definitely raising a bunch. Because the small blind dynamic I just mentioned with the chip leader. But how does Dorbred want to react to Philip? Is he looking at Philip and saying, okay, he's going to be super tight here, he's respecting the ICM? Or is Dorbred like, well, fuck, Philip covers me, and he's opening, and he, you know, with the reg behind, his range is tight, da-da-da. Obviously, supernatural fucking 3-bet, cold 4-bet, fucking 5-bet bluff jam hand, you know, like the absolute super nuts. But is it a spot where we just really, really, really don't want to 3-bet and therefore don't 3-bet this? You know? Like, if Rafa has fucking shit AA, does he even 3-bet here? Probably not. I think his 3-betting range, if it exists at all, this is just my guess, insanely tight. And even though this hand could be a bluff in a spot like that, if you were aware of all of these things going on with the dynamic, do you fucking 3-bet it planning on folding to a 4? Ugh. Imagine 3-betting this hand at folding to a 4. But I think if we 3-bet it, we do fold it to a 4. So fuck me, mate. I'm going to flat if I'm in this situation. Imber says it is a spot where we really, really don't want to 3-bet. Yeah. Do we 3-bet though? I still don't know, mate. Like, are we just tarping with like good AA and stuff? It looks like he's flatting. Okay. So Whale BB is going to overcall here. Double suited goodness. He's obviously going to call. Will he hit the flop? He flops top 2. Fuck yeah, let's go, baby. Is he going to donk? Oh, he's top 2 diamonds, mate. Don't be a fucking... Oh, Jesus, he's going to come out potting. Alright, bruv. Well, Philip's fucking snap folding and so is Rafa. GG. Okay, so the two shorties both winning a pot here to start this FT. So chip leader wins every single pot except for those two, if memory serves. He's going to open up again, take down the blinds again. Imber says he thinks it's a 0-3 bet.
90 minute.
Also protects us if the 200 BB guy wants to fuck around with us. He has a nice squeeze spot. Don't you feel like these situations are wildly, like, quote-unquote underbluffed? Like, I feel like chip leaders don't go after those squeeze spots as much when they know that there are tight ranges and da-da-da. Don't you think? And this is a crazy example because they're actually insanely deep. Like, the shortest player in that hand was 80 BB on an FT. You know? Like, that's quite crazy, man. At least from what I've seen. You're never seeing these, like, 100-plus effective stacks on FT very often, and there was 3 of them in one pot. So quite an interesting dynamic.
Here at Merit. Quite.
Okay, so it's going to actually fold over. It's okay. Well, I know he opened. Okay, so the graphical error coming. I was like, okay, chip lead folded. No, he didn't. And I mean, Espen does not seem to give a singular fuck. He just says, "Look, I'm the short stack. Fucking whatever. I don't want to fucking sit here folding all day and making you guys fold all day. I'm just going to fucking call and try and flop a pair and a gut shot and donk all in." So probably, again, a mistake. I'm not sure, Imber, if you saw the first hand played by Espen. Basically, Garcia opened up like MP1, MP2, I can't remember. And he was in small blind with Queen Jack 10-8 single. He decided to take a flat off like 15 blinds odd. He's just paying, he's playing cash. I mean, is he playing cash with this? Oh wait, he's in BB now, yeah. But the other hand was pretty dusty even for cash. I mean, against a super wide range, obviously it's fine, but interesting. Anyway, he's going to just defend here and fucking flop garbage. And Garcia, interesting spot. Probably a spot, let me have a think here. Probably a spot where he can afford to be maybe even range betting small. He's going to have like some random Kongs and stuff that maybe prefer to show down. It's a strange dynamic because he can still get check raise bluffed on this board, so he probably doesn't want to go range C betting. And then he has a super weird hand here with like the driest top pair ever. I have a feeling, and this is probably what I would do in this spot, I would check it back and possibly call down 2, depending, because we kind of unblock some 2 barrels.
Hit in the face with a football, which is
Hand is horrible, I think. The defending, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you mean the other one? But yeah, I mean, Espen doesn't seem to give a shit, so certainly seeming more like a cash player and just trying to bust himself here in the tourney or double up. Oh, so this guy is actually going to fold a hand here out of the hijack. Queen 10, 7 deuce, triple. And if I'm him, like, I get it. He might have been coming in thinking, okay, I'm going to play like pretty fucking aggro, like 60 PFR in a bunch of spots, 70 PFR, 80 PFR in a bunch of spots. But I'm not going to play full dog shit. But if I'm him and I come in and I win every single fucking hand and nobody even tries to fuck with me whatsoever, and I'm massively, massively covering the entire fucking table, I'm opening this shit too. And I think it's fine.
You know what I'm saying, though? Of all the 7 players,
Would you open that hand, Imber? Is that a good hand to open?
you can't.
Nino here with SS in the small blind and guy covering him in the big, obviously wanting to play this hand. Will he play it with a preflop raise or a limp? I'm tempted to limp here personally because I don't mind Espen getting into the pot. I don't mind the hand going 3-way. And playing a 3-bet pot with this hand, even though it's obviously fine, like, you know, getting put all in, especially when you have Espen spewing and defending every fucking hand, feels like ICM spew. So I would limp call here pre-flop as Nino. Let's see what he does. Okay, he will limp, so maybe I'm not quite washed yet, boys. I'm ready to buy into a fucking 100k Triton.
Yeah, he does play limp.
In the VIP section, of course. I'll be coming in a suit and tie with a briefcase. And Martin Dam will be my reg. That's the future for me, boys. Businessman.
Yes, we call him Griff.
Nice.
I believe that's his name.
Espen actually folded small, but I'm just going to go back because I'm curious if we get to see his whole cards for what he folded pre-flop. He's going to fold ace 9 8 4 quad. I don't think that's a good fold. That seems like a stupid fold. Maybe I'm washed again. You don't really fold fucking much here at all. it's slightly interesting to fold because of the ICM stuff, but in his exact situation, I think it's just fully terrible. So what would he have flopped had he called? He would have flopped a dry gut shot with an all-red combo. Anyway, Griff not really loving it here. Blocking some hands that might stab as a bluff will certainly just check fold immediately. If Nino bets, but I think Nino betting here with this exact hand also doesn't really make that much sense. But he might just like kind of RNG for a bet with random flush. Check, check to an ace. I imagine Nino has to start going for 2 here. I'm blocking all pairs. And he will, and he'll win. So Griff resisting the 3-3 blockers on the ace turn. Very good, mate.
He's quite, you know, he's quite a hardy boy. He didn't get that.
You'll be retired, mate, in, you know, okay. I mean, it's not that long. I was thinking this year, but hey.
Apparently he was back out running in the playground pretty soon after it. Okay.
I have a new racket, by the way, mate, just so you know. Ready to rumble.
Yeah, well, the first day we took him to nursery, I was walking home and I got 5
What was folded there? Somebody had a hand.
Must be quite tilting for them.
Espen is going to fold. So this, like, Espen playing just like full click poker here. So maybe he's realized that his previous defending was bad and now he's going to fold a similar hand to the other ones that he played previously. Griff going to go for the respect line. So Griff's chipping down a little bit, is he? Yeah. Griff down to... Oh, no, Griff was never that deep, right? He starts with 40, blinds are up, and now he's got about 30. Okay. Philip, big hand here, flatting out of position. Flopping gutter NFD. So, spicy one. It is a hand he could check raise, but it's also a hand where you really, like... He really doesn't want to check raise and then make a straight or a flush and have to play a massive pot, you know, when he doesn't block full houses very often on a lot of the runouts. So I imagine he's just going to be check calling here, and his range in general won't check raise as much. The interesting part of the dynamic is where you could get a bit exploitative, right? Like, I would look over at this guy and I would just say, mate, you're a random shit reg. You probably fucking range betting every board. I'm just going to check raise you with random garbage a bit. You know, just check raise him with like fucking dry ace. I don't give a shit. And just see if he wants to call. So, kind of interesting. Him betting here is also... It's whatever. I mean, I think betting is better than checking, but he does have some sort of interesting option. His hand can certainly call a raise though, so, you know, it's easier to bet it and then figure it out later. But I don't think Philip will raise. I think he'll just call. I do think it's a spot though where he will be raising in general. Like regardless of the GTO strategy, I think that he will know his opponent likely is c-betting like maybe full range. No, probably not full range, but his opponent will be c-betting probably more than he's supposed to. And that is one of the 2 best turns that Philip can hit in the entire deck. The 5 or the King of Hearts. He will check the turn. This guy is probably just going to check back and call. And hope that Philip bluffs with some other random shit on this run out. If he check called like, you know, TT with a heart or whatever. Or any of the low straight draw stuff that's possible. So I think Philip will just value bet. I don't know what sizing he'll pick. Probably something like 2/3, 3/4, because he'll want to value bet like some other flushes that are bet folding and some other shit like that. I don't think his hand will try to check raise, even though it's sort of interesting. It's just kind of too thin. So he'll probably just always bet. Let's see what he does.
I assume he's just going to go for some value himself. Gets a bit dicey to be raising in any...
Is that 1 mil into thingy? No, he bets min, so he's going to block here. I don't know. Why would you do that? Why are we trying to block? Are we trying to value bet trips? Like, I don't like that sizing, personally. I think that sucks. What are we trying to block here? I don't really see this being a thing. He might just think like he doesn't have that many bluffs and therefore he wants to block a bunch because his opponent's really weak and put his opponent in tough spots with a bunch of hands. But it's like a 2-sizing spot for sure, even if that's the case. And his hand's more of a pot than a block or whatever, if that's the 2 sizings you're using. So, personally, not a fan there. I would have bet big. Nino now, sort of interesting, similar spot. So Nino could 3-bet here. He will have very good fold equity if he 3-bets here. against Garcia's under the gun. He'll have extremely good fold equity. This particular hand, like the ace 10 8 7, I mean ace 10 8 7 is like the super nuts, but ace 9 8 7 very similarly is unblocking a lot of other opens that his opponent will have that will want to fold to a 3-bet. So big spot for Nino right here. Like you see the Sputard, like, well not Sputard, but just the chip leader who opens infinite hands. You see him opening, he's opening under the gun. You look down, you see this, and you're thinking, ah, for fuck's sake, do I have to fucking 3-bet this off? So what do you guys think? We look down, we see this. Do we have to fucking 3-bet this off? Do we want to spew off our fucking tower here? We have a ton of fold equity by 3-betting preflop. Absolute shitload. So yeah, curious spot. What would I do in the moment? Would I flat and try and play poker? Got the pay jump thing to consider. Honestly, no, but we have to 3-bet AA all day here. Off this stack, we have to 3-bet aces. Yeah, we're bluffing this. We're bluffing this fucking hand.
Yeah, I know how to start the stream up now, mate. That'll be all.
Yeah, he's just going to snap pot. Respect, dude. I think you have to. When you're 3-betting all your aces, you just have to have some bluffs to be printing on him with.
Going after, recognize
And, like, Garcia should be folding this KK. And he shouldn't really think about it too much. Let's see if he's going to tank or not.
suited kings.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know about this spot. Like, that's got a nice
Nah, he doesn't really tank.
Does just fold.
7 left.
Nice work from Panzia.
Huge win, obviously.
Well played.
It's fold anything.
Well played.
Sure.
Look, I need a little bit of extra time these days, Zimbo, okay? It's been a while.
Kings in them up.
You're rubbing off on me with your fucking infinite time banking, okay?
Left here. Dogs that we have that
But we got there in the end.
typically it should be that kind of disconnect, and that's maybe why season.
Alexic button, jack 6-5 for double. Probably limping. Limps into Doorbread, who also has chips, and Chip Leader, right? That's the two people in the blind, so it could be spicy. Doorbread, just a call. If Doorbread covered and Alexic, like if they had reverse stacks, I don't think this hand would punish, but it would be getting interesting.
Yes.
Nah, it would be terrible with the big blind as is, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, they go 3-way here. Who flops what? We've got OE middle pair for Alexic, so I think he is happy to get aggressive if he gets the opportunity. Even if someone donked into him, he's got a tempter of a raise with double backy.
Draw for him. Middle pair also.
I don't really see much value in him not betting here. Like, he doesn't really care if he gets check raised. Like, he can peel 1 against any sizing. So, I think just betting and not letting a shitty card peel off makes more sense. He seems to have a preference for small bet sizes. I don't really like small bet sizes as much as some people on these kind of boards. But I guess if you think your opponents are going to just be snap folding like random pairs that, you know, do have enough equity to call, then probably okay. Because, like, what's his face even fold? He's going to fold bottom pair, backdoor straight draw, 2 overs to fucking third pot stab. Like, I get it, you don't have a backdoor, but, I mean, I would take a card there with king, queen, 3, 4. And, like, if a 6 or a deuce or an ace, like, I'm just going to bluff on the river if it goes check, check. I think it's fine. You know? Getting almost 4-1. I think that fold sucks, honestly. But maybe I'm just too spewy. I don't know. I mean, to me, that fold just sucks ass. Why would you fold that? Like, I don't think it was like, oh, he didn't have a backdoor, he can't call. I don't think it was that spot. Maybe it was 4-1. Anyway.
Not drawn the best seat, has he?
We're going to limp in here. Oh, he's going to open raise here. Second chips. Again, with the small blind chip leader dynamic. So, interesting to note. Would that make you want to raise with this hand, though, or not? I'm still unsure. I'm still a bit unsure. Yes, if he gets 3-bet, he can still call, etc., etc. But he doesn't want to get 3-bet by some of the shit stacks with this hand. So I don't know how I feel about it. I probably would have just called. And we're going to see Doorbread on button, again in that kind of horrible spot. I mean, he's going to want to take some shots at pots here, though. He's going to be wanting to 3-bet a bit more AA now that they're getting a bit shorter and stuff. He's going to not 3-bet this hand, though. It's probably totally standard. But it's interesting. And he's going to flop gutter second nut flush against top sizzler flushy. So, interesting spot. I imagine that Philip has to respect his opponent quite a bit here on this board, just in terms of how his opponent's range connects with the board. However, there is a bit of ICM pressure that justifies more c-betting than normal for Philip here. So what is he going to do with Jack 8-7, where he doesn't really block that many of the continues in his opponent's strong range? Like, his opponent's going to have a ton of like QQ and KK hands with gutty that probably want to check back, that will 100% never fold to a fucking bet. So I feel like he actually has a tempter of a c-bet large, because c-bet large is a legitimate thing that I think he should be doing here. Because say he pot c-bets, he makes pot like 3 mil chips, and he makes his opponent's effective stack like 1.7 SPR or whatever for turn. Like, that's a horrible spot for the in position player, you know, to be playing like with fucking 10 BB fucking spewtard sitting at the table as well. So me personally, I'm tempted to actually be potting a bit in this spot, just for the ICM reasons, even though like range v range, obviously the in-position player does extremely well on this board, but our pre-flop range is still reasonably strong, and high card focused, obviously. So yeah, I don't know, mate. I think with this hand, we unblock enough continues that I'm tempted for a fucking... I don't know if I would pot c-bet because it's top sizzy FD, you know, but I think I'm c-betting here. I don't think I'm going to check and pray. Imber says he would c-bet. But yeah, interesting spot. Philip is going to check here, so just kind of defaulting to like cash logic possibly. Maybe not thinking about the ICM stuff, or maybe just he knows better and it's a bad c-bet. The fact that Imber says he's c-bet, though, makes me feel a lot better about it. Mate, I'm not boring at all. Go fuck yourself. And we're going to see the check back here. So this is something that Doorbred definitely wants to do a lot with heaps of different hands. And that's the reason, I guess, that c-betting is a lot nicer. And now he's given his opponent a second FD and a fucking second gutty. So kind of a disaster for Philip here. Like, he's kind of getting free-rolled almost, because he's going to have a tough decision, and like he certainly won't be able to just check fold on a spade if that's what happens. So it's going to be a delayed pot bet, it looks like, yeah. And super easy call for Doorbred. I mean, he's never going to raise here. It would be so retarded to raise here. So he's just going to call. How much you tank on the turn here? I mean, this would have been a really disgusting spot if it was the pot c-bet I said, and the pot barrel turn. That would have been so fucking disgusting. Because Rafa would have had to call fold a bunch of runouts, I think. That's the most depressing thing that can happen to you in PLO. Is where they go pot and you go call and you have like fucking 10% pot effective and the river's just the full brick.
Could have been absolutely huge for it, couldn't it?
Still might be.
Decky tried to get the free coaching. Ooh. Rafa gets there, but whatever. I don't see Philip doing anything except check folding on this run out. Wait, is there some reason he should check call here? I'm trying to think now. I mean, no, not really. Because a lot of the hands that could have bluffed also rivered us straight. There just isn't enough bluffs for imposition. I think Philip's just going to check fold and it won't be too hard for him.
I think possibly lose another bet if it's a spade. Interesting to see.
I think the rechecking of the hole cards angle here is quite comical for regs. Like, you should really know what you have here. So is Rafa just checking every single time his hole cards on the river? Like, if I was a full try-harding player, you know, like, full, I mean, I was never this guy, but people are sort of like this. Not me, but people in general. Like, you could just watch all of this footage. You could make, like, a note file, how often this motherfucker looks at his hole cards, right? And we could just go and look, okay, he actually checks. When he looks at his hole cards, it actually correlates to him not knowing what he has. You know, if you just watch, because this is streamed for like 7-8 hours. You can get pretty good information over that time. So it's interesting. Like, personally, like, I'm either you always do it or you never do it. And I would prefer to never do it. But, I mean, sometimes you might forget. So it's an interesting spot. I think what happens a lot of the time is people do it, like, because they need to do it, but then they also fake it occasionally. And he's probably faking it here. I'm sure he knows he has NF or second NF. What sizing is he going to bet here? That's also curious. I don't think he should be potting. I think he should be like half to 2/3. But the thing is, like, His bluffs are kind of weird here as well, because like he's not bluffing with the straight. So
As he goes for
it's an interesting one.
small size, it'll be a tough spot.
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of natural bluffs around.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, people they're talking about struggling to think of natural bluffs. I mean, he probably just has to bluff kings with spades and a 10, you know? If he gets here in this way. He probably has to bluff, like, if he went flat with fucking dry jack 9, like, he probably just has to bluff. Some of these blockerless hands, you can't just be, like, praying to have a club, like, in all of your combos that you bluff here. But like I said, he can also be bluffing for a smaller sizing. He's just going to pot and try to get called by a cooler, even though he holds the queen of clubs in his own hand. I wouldn't hate this bet size as much if he had ace deuce of clubs, but I don't like it with this. I don't think it's a good play, but whatever. It's a minor detail.
Takes a special kind of man to play PLO, I think, you know, just having you flop top set and a flop.
Do top players even care about not giving off tells? I think the PLO guys give way less fucks about all of this, like, you know, tank balancing niche shit. The Hold'em guys do, you know? The PLO guys don't really. So that's the brief summary. Wonder if there's an interesting sub-dynamic that they're sharing action. And that's also why he bet pot. I don't really know. This kind of thing can exist on a subconscious level, not like a, you know, particularly conscious one as well. Like, say you're this guy. Like, I don't know if they're sharing action or have anything like that. They could, they couldn't. I really have no idea how well these guys know each other. I know that this guy and this guy know each other, and he also know each other. That doesn't mean that these guys know each other for shit. But let's just say that this guy and this guy have a 25% action swap in the tournament. It's tempting as this guy subconsciously to not really want him to pay you off in this spot. Like, at least not as much as you normally would. And this could subconsciously affect his decision to bet size in a way that maybe telegraphs more strength to his opponent. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying it's an interesting thought. Okay, so we got some more hands. Oh, and Philip is actually going to raise here with chip leader button with ace 6-5 deuce after just losing a pot. So deeper effective stacks with one imposition player covered by another imposition player. He's going to choose to open raise ace 6-5 deuce double. I really don't like this. This feels just like a live play, like just trying to steal the blinds this particular hand. Hey, look, I have one blocker. Hey, these guys are going to think I'm tight. Maybe this guy's going to play tighter. He just won a pot. Random, like, pre-flop bluff. That's what this strikes me as. And he's going to run into, like, the super hand. I mean, it's not a 3-bet in this situation, but it's a fucking printer hand in general. He's obviously going to call. And then what does button fold? Does he have a decision here? 10-9-5 does rain. Okay, fair enough. Fish folds small blind.
Perhaps not as good a hand as I was.
Nino folds trash and beat. What the fuck? Bruz. Somebody explain. I mean, this is a criminal fucking collusion fold if I've ever seen one. What the actual fuck is this? Like, even if the card reader is wrong and he's single suited, not double, it's still a bullshit inexcusable fold. What the fuck is going on here?
Fold this time.
Okay. I mean, is it possible that they mixed up their hole cards and Philip had the Jack-Jack 8-8 double? But, like, why would Doorbread even tank with ace 6-5 deuce? But I tell you what, if Philip was going with the old school live read, hey, look, that guy won't want to play a pot after he just won one. To Doorbread or Philip? Because Doorbread's spot's obviously more interesting.
Hungry sharks circling in the water. How much do you have there? Is it a pot raise behind? Are circling.
Protecting his chips that he just got.
Garcia.
What the fuck? Okay.
He gets to decide.
He's a Spanish matador.
Espen probably ready to 3-bet all in here. Ace, Queen, Jack, 9, Rainbow. He's been waiting day and night for this spot. It's actually interesting as Garcia whether you want to open... Ah, it's double suited. I thought he was single.
Still pretty nice.
Alright, anyway, it's going to go to a flop. This time, I don't think we're going to see that much donking from Espen. He's going to have to flop a straight draw or like top pair of nines to want to donk. I think everything else he's going to trap. Like top pair queen, he's going to trap, right? Actually, on that board, probably donk shove. Oh, he's fucking fully dead. He's running into a set. GG, bruv. We'll catch you on the next one, mate.
Middle set. That's like 93% equity, which is not easy.
Catch you on the next one, bruv.
He's going to need to hit on a runner.
It's so unfair to flop a set in this spot. It's like full bullshit, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. Just a disaster flop for the Merminator.
Anyway, he's gone. We'll catch him later, boys. Oh, hold on a second. We'll do him the courtesy of dealing the river out in real time. He has hit something. Up you go, buddy. Now we just need the other short stack to bust, and we can see a little bit of poker.
Back to rules. It's about.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, so now Mr. Jack 8-8 double is going to open up Ace King 8-5 single high. Runs into Garcia hijack, who should just be peeling here. And he's going to 3-bet Ace King Jack 3 single high. This is also interesting. I guess I don't know as much as I should about how much we should actually 3-bet. But I got to tell you, like, considering Rafa has not played fucking any hand as a PFR so far, I'm not very tempted to 3-bet this. I'm not tempted at all. I would just call and play some poker and put him in some shit spots post-flop. I feel like the 3-bet here, it's just, we're going to run into AA too often. He's randomly stepped out, so it could have been like a live read thing. Honestly, it could have been a live read thing. If that's the case, whatever, man. You know, respect, it's poker. I get it. Good on you.
Such a thing as a
Because it is, I wouldn't have guessed that he would open raise this. So maybe he has some sort of physical tell. And this guy looks a little bit old school. Like, maybe he's into that shit. He's going to pretend to think about this hand here. I don't think, yeah, I don't think that's really worth doing, bruv. It's okay, though. Go ahead. I would, like, honestly, I would rather just fold fast and, like, let him think that I do sometimes open trash. Like, I would rather he thinks that. Because if you sit there tanking, like, pretending you had a hand, it's like, bruv, you're just a fucking nit. So what, you folded, like, some hand that could have peeled a 3-bet, but you puss folded it. That's worse. I would rather 3-bet the guy who tanks and folds some hand that looks like it should have called, you know? If some guy opens, gets 3-bet, snap folds, it's like, okay, so he has some hands that'll fold to a 3-bet. It doesn't really tell you much about what he's going to do with an okay hand. Like, this looks like you're a fucking weak nit who just folded some fucking double-suited shit.
Maximum pressure knowing if you do want to continue in the hand.
Anyway, reading into some random pre-flop decisions a little bit too much. Oh, holy fuck. Look at the rewards of the chip leader here. The super nuts. Oh, Nino Kongs and trays DS in cutoff. I mean, he's just calling. If he was a little bit shorter, it would be spew time. Oh, he is actually going to spew it off here. Maybe that's standard. Let's have a look. So with 38 BB, how short was the fish? Fish 24 BB. With 38 BB here, DS KK versus spew box chip leader. I mean, it can't be bad. It can't be bad. Is it better to flat? Nah, it's double suited. It's probably just way better, right, to 3-bet this than to flat. Oh, this hand is nice. So Imba's saying it goes 4-bet fold. That's so disgusting. That's so disgusting. I mean, it's a snap 4-bet. So whatever. It's an absolute fist pump snap 4-bet. And the reason that this hand is a fist pump snap 4-bet is because some kings, like ace, king dog shit, is 3-bet folding. This is a 4-ball, and yeah, so Nino's fucking cucked himself. I think Nino's supposed to 3-bet call this off. But if he decides to make the nitfuck fold pre, it's not like crazy, right? Because like most people don't go around fucking 4-betting things that aren't aces in a spot where your 3-betting range already looks so goddamn tight. But what do you do against 4-bet? You got to just spew call it off, mate, because you have to understand that they're supposed to just be 4-betting the ace, jack, jack, ace, queen double shit. So I think once we 3-bet here, we're way too committed. KKDS. It's a 3-bet get in if it's a 3-bet. I don't think we can possibly 3-bet fold this hand. We've already got all the ace, king bullshit that 3-bet folds. So we just call it off, mate. Call it off and pray he has what he has, which he does. But obviously he's going to fold because you fucking full spoiled me. You can't saying it's a nice hand. The only way it's a nice hand is when he folds pre-IMO. You don't say nice hand when he 3-bets and tank calls it off. Decent read. Yeah. I mean, I know you pretty well, mate. So what do you want? I don't take too much credit in that read. The snap fold, though, oh, I don't like it too much. I would have thought about that one. Because this is a real spot here. This is a big spot. Like, you want to at least have a count, have a think, right? Like, did you happen to look at the result of this hand, or just too much effort?
23 million.
I imagine anytime you actually 3-bet though, you have to call it off. And I actually, initially I thought we should just call here because obviously it's like a bit of a tough spot ICM stuff. But I think it's wrong. Like chip leader opening infinite hands, like just 3-bet call. It's good. Even if you run into AA, like fucking double suited, mate. Come on.
Oh, you called it.
I thought that it was a mistake, my mistake.
Keeps himself 4 of 6, which...
Oh, this guy has a banana hat. Okay, you guys might not understand this, but in Australia, okay, all the poker people, they like to call people a banana. Okay, you fucking banana, you banana. It just means like you whale, you donk, you know. You fucking banana. I said ace queen jack 10 single, and he's up against the nidfish. I mean, is he really going to 3-bet spew this? Oh, mate, Nino fucking all over the place, mate. Is it going to work? Yes, I think. Although, to be fair, I say this. This guy's a whale. I mean, he's a nit whale, though. But he's a whale. And Nino has been one of the only people who is fucking 3-bet spewing. You know, like, the whale has seen this guy. This is the 3rd 3-bet from Nino. In like we've been watching this video for fucking 45 minutes. So I gotta say, mate, if the fish just calls and flops a pair here, like, I'm not gonna be surprised. Banana, like, peel another card? No, I think it's like banana, just like, it just means like retard, basically. It might have some relationship with monkeys, I'm not sure about that, but it's just, the saying means like you fucking donk, basically. Yeah, look, fish just spews it in, fucking give a shit, mate. I'm a fish. Gonna flop a pair, mate, you're a fucking spewer. I know you 3-bet shit, mate. I'm gonna flop top pair, you're a fucking banana. That's what that guy's saying. He's gonna flop fucking probably nut flush. No, he actually flops full dog shit. He's gonna check fold off, so Nino fucking crushing. Interesting spot for Nino. I hope he doesn't take the trap line. I hope he just fucking spew jams it in and prays the fish calls. Actually, fish is gonna fold a ton on this board though. Yeah, fuck it. Trap him up. Trap him up. Trap him up. Trap him up. Let's go. Trap him up. Trap him up, baby. Let's go. Okay. Double trap. Double trap. Fishy's just such a pussy, mate. He's never bluffing here. He's just such a puss. It's going to have to go check, check 5, and then fish bluffs. Please. Please 5. Prove me right. 5 on the river. Let's go. You can do it, dealer. Check, check 5. Regs that check back this monotone against whales in this spot, pure flush, usually nut flush. Just so you know. If any of you guys are a whale and you get into this spot, trust me, check fold range, they always have a fucking flush. The check, 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 check pot. Just always nuts line. Hilarious crack up line. I mean, you can't blame people for being into this spot. I also think it's an okay exploit because fish is going to check fold infinite here. Just show him the flush, mate, when he folds. I would absolutely show flush here when fish folds. Oh, so he's going to wake up AA next hand. Raff a small blind random Kongs against shit stacking whale. 13 BB whale, 12.5 BB whale, Kongs, dog shit Kongs, nit whale. Oh, he re-raises pot here. This is actually a disgusting spot because, like, the fact that he's re-raised pot, it doesn't really change that much for this guy. This guy can just, like, spew fucking cold 4 over it, and he has to fucking range fold. Not range, like, he's going to get in aces, but, you know, he's going to fold a bunch of stuff. I think he'll probably lay this down, But he could start spewing with some other really weird hands.
Yeah, he said pot. Yeah, but he put the money would be better, you know. Yeah, he for sure said pot. It's just like it's very far away.
I'm all in.
I think that's right. Just be upside. Yeah, just 27%.
I wouldn't mind seeing Fish E-limbed here, but, you know, he does have a good hand. I feel like he's going to win this coin flip.
He was alluding to.
E-limbing him and watching some poker, that'd be nice too.
Did manage to fold river, and now he's in a great spot.
I don't really care, yeah. Either way is good.
9 million.
Let's see a flop dealer.
But we spin the wheel, Raldo. You never know what happens in this game.
Okay, GG.
Bad about the
My mood.
He wins.
200.
He didn't see the open. Well, what did he think he was doing? Raising versus a limp from the fish? Raising BVB? Like, it's a dog shit BVB raise.
But I want to know because I want Okay, good. Thank you.
It's an 8-hour stream. Yeah, we got to fucking speed up. True. I'm not going to stay up that late.
Yourself bluff someone in the past.
I like it in cash games, so I feel like it's more jovial. But tournament.
All right, Philip, interesting hand. This is like a raise folding hand here. He raised some other completely stupid hand, so I imagine he's going to raise this hand.
Yeah, no.
Guys watching the stream and one player's, you know,
All right, whatever. He wins the blinds. Good job.
All the chips.
I think it's
He thought he was limping small blind versus big blind.
feels like
He said pot, mate. He's not limping when he says pot. I think this guy's lying to you, Imber, okay?
not me.
Also, why the fuck is your name Martini, damn?
Here we go again.
Did you misclick your name, or is this, are you going for a new angle here?
Takes another one down. Right, obviously.
Yeah, Decky, they're trying to get you to play this format, mate.
I mean,
Yeah, I told you. Yeah.
and also he can see. Yeah,
value there is in just having the nice hand for Pansy.
Oh, Nino with the supers here. Who's behind him? He's got Griff and Doorbread, right? Yeah.
4, right?
very pretty.
Ah, no, he's got Philip. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Is Philip defending here? Ace King, 8 deuce, Ace King suit from BB. Versus what? 40 BB? It's a little bit annoying, this spot for Philip. Probably a call, but could be some weird thing. Oh, he's actually going to 3-bet bluff? Are you fucking joking, mate?
Some ICM pressure.
What the fuck play is this? And this is a 4-bet bluff jam or a call from Pansia. So what does he want to do here? I mean, probably 4-bet, honestly. Like, Philip's going to 3-bet some Ace King King, Ace Queen Queen, and you know he's going to do it, and he's just going to pure muck them. And you've got the Ace Jack 10 8. I mean, this is a fucking 4-ball, mate. Easy game. Will Nino have this up his sleeve? I think he will. He's been quite aggressive pre-flop here, so he probably knows a bit of stuff about pre-flop. I think there's a 4-bet. Let's see if I'm washed.
Probably the best stack
What the
here.
fuck retarded ass 3-bet is this, though?
You know, he's got 38.
Like, he's thinking ace deuce, I block aces more? I mean, just fucking fold pre, mate. It's all good. Maybe call.
Pretty good spot
Oh, the
too.
time chip comes out. He's finding the 4-bet. If the time chip comes out, it's a fucking 4-ball.
Can't imagine this will be thrown in the bin. He's in position.
Philip, mate, I think you're playing too much heads up, bro. That's what I think is going on here.
It is tough though because you will end up getting it in, even if you get it in 60% post
Of course,
flop.
this is it. This is the thing, you know.
You are
64% favorite or whatever. It's
perhaps
Dude, what are you doing, Nino? No, bro.
hand as good as
What the fuck are you doing, Nino, mate?
great play from Alex.
No, man. This can't be a thing, bro. This isn't the spot where this is a thing. There's no fucking chance. The absolutely criminal fucking pre-flop negative red line from Nino in this fucking session. Absolutely criminal.
It is embarrassing when you pull the premium hand.
That's what I'm
With that. It's like, what the
Noja absolutely loving it.
The 3-bet is good. Really? What the fuck? Okay. The ace deuce or what?
fold? Only play aces with the king.
But am I right about the 4-bet? Surely it's a 4-bet.
Absolutely reveling in Pantier's pain. This is
He's just sat right next to him as well.
this is the kind of character I want at my tables. You know, this is the kind of this is the banter that I live for, Steve.
Maybe you're right then. Maybe the stream should always be up so you can
Needle each other.
have that needle, yeah.
Oh, you've had this screen on YouTube the entire time, and I've only just noticed now. Ace Jack 10 8 single is also a 4. Okay.
first place in this tournament, and then he'll look back and he'll think, yeah, that's a pretty good fold. That.
Yeah, it's a very.
Okay, so Nino doesn't want to flat there. So he finds the fold, which is better than the flat.
Do you still raise on the button? Do you maybe limp? Like, when you raise, I guess you are going to get called when you're in great spots.
Okay, interesting. Okay. I figured there would be some post-flop because the stacks that are shorter at the table are both 25 BB now.
When you're in great spots, would you rather just limp? I don't
Like, because no one's near busting or whatever, I figured it's not that bad to just try and hit a flop. Because we can call, miss, and fold, and it's not the end of the world. Because we're, what, 40 BB to start that hand? You know, we can call a 3, but we can fold on the flop, and we still have 30, and the other stacks have 25 and 20 and whatever. So to me, that didn't seem too bad of a spot to be taking a flop with some hands in our range.
Maybe limping's a better strategy, but
With that good of a hand, flatting better than folding, yeah, well, sure.
We see that that was quite a trash
Golden 4-bet.
for value when someone's stuck. So I'm not saying you would see a 3-rip from that hand.
Philip opens up here button, a second chip lead, and he's got chip lead to BB.
Alexis isn't.
And, okay, so Sean is thinking about making spew 3-bet here. Ace, King, 5-3, King suit.
To be honest, I think.
Yeah, Raphael coming out.
You could say it's a good read on Philip's range that he's opening up a bit here, but opening up into chip leader doesn't seem particularly smart. Especially if you have a small blind who's willing to spew 3-bet.
This is a great educational stream. See, I really, like,
So this is a spicy one.
understands the game of PLO, but isn't.
I don't really like either of the two plays there, personally. But I guess the 3-bet I like a bit more than the open.
Very, very interesting.
Next week, I live the button. Tournament poker, 6 left, ICM pressures.
How am I doing, Imber, with my guesswork there?
I assume I have a pretty good feel for these spots rather, so I feel like
Should see a button limp
Of
from Sean here. He's actually just going to lay it down. I don't really like that. Garcia would have punished him. He would have gone to a flop. And we will never see what the flop would have been.
no, yeah.
I'll get to know ya.
Nino with a defensible Queen Jack 9-4 double. I feel very awkward in this spot. I'm not sure about this spot because we're going post. It's like 3.5 SPR or something. Very kind of like this hand is a lot shittier than it looks. I mean, he's going to flop the nuts. Oh, his opponent has KD here. Sick.
This could be interesting, Neil.
This is actually quite disgusting. He has KD with bottom pair, so that might slow him down at a certain point.
It's not all in by the river, but we'll see.
He's going to start by betting.
This is certainly an opportunity to.
Most regs would just triple this off, like kind of regardless in this exact spot.
The bets down the street.
With gutter, with backdoor straight draw, with a pair, and like if they hit a second pair, they might like try and show it down instead of blasting.
Harder to bluff the guys now.
So let's see what happens. Nino obviously check calling at least 2 bets. Nino had been kind of getting absolutely printed on red line today so far. So if he goes call, fold, I will not be surprised at all.
Keeps barreling with that king of diamonds.
Okay, well, now I will be somewhat surprised. These spots are fucking super interesting, by the way, the 4 flush. Because some regs just, like, fucking shut down range, you know? So when they barrel, it's like, ouch. And other people don't. Other people just bluff too often, kind of disregarding, because they're not good at using RNG, basically. Disregarding the impact of the 4th diamond, at least not regarding it enough. So let's see what this particular guy does. He turns an OE, and he has, I mean, honestly, it's a pretty good barrel, I gotta say. It's a pretty good barrel here.
Crucial hand this.
The 6 is min negative, but having the OE with the KD, it feels reasonable. We could also check back and fucking raise, like, Spewer's line.
No backup, obviously, just the jack. Flush.
Guess we're more tempted to do that having actual showdown. We're not getting raised here literally ever. And Nino gonna snap call turn, which honestly I really hate the timing of. I really, really, really hate that. Because I think it's insane weak and he deserves to get shipped on all day on a 5 flush run out. Okay, so this is a ridiculous hand history. I think if Garcia just like snaps it in here, he's fully retarded. Like this is a deep thought spot. This is minimum 1-time bank. Me personally, I would use 2-time banks here.
Doesn't block any.
I think like you just need to respect the complexity of 5 flush. People don't know much about it. Like you have to come up with some thought here. He's actually going to snap give up, which is also too weak in my opinion.
Pairs to go.
You only need one. Both.
Guess you're trying to unblock pairs.
Interesting run out. Interesting decision, the snap give up. He might just have a good read, like my opponent's only going to call flush here, but he could have a set, mate, you know?
You didn't get bluffed
I don't know, mate. I think you got to at least think about it there. I mean, these people always have like 15 time bank chips, you know? You could throw one of them into the pot, mate. It's not that bad. Hope Imber doesn't overtake me as number 2. With the, some sort of chat thing that I don't understand. Yeah, okay. Makes sense, no calls, sucks. Oh, you guys talking about that one, yeah. Yeah, well, it's a funny dynamic, right, with all the equity you have in PLO when you still don't want to go to a flop. 6 probably awful for river bluff. I mean, not really, right? 6, like, interesting for whether he bluffs turn or not. But on river, it's, like, pretty irrelevant. Obviously, you have to be selective on 5 flush. Obviously. But, like, you got to think about that. You got to think about that hand.
PLO Academy. Could get Ludo in. Could teach us.
I think top 2 is a lot better than fucking set of 6s. IMO. In a spot like that for a turn call decision, because you block showdown way more. Maybe that thought's wrong, but it feels like to me having a 6 on the river doesn't really matter. Having a 6 on the turn is interesting and maybe a check, especially with the OE. But having a 6 on the river, I don't care about it. Maybe I should. Maybe a set's unfoldable. I don't know. Feels like folding bottom set on the turn is reasonable.
We are incredibly well looked after.
Oh yeah, massively.
Because it's also a spot you never get raised, right? So we get to bet aces, you know?
Might as well get it out on air.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but he's never getting raised.
Does it qualify? Yes, it does.
It does indeed.
Open for the pot again.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking too deeply about that one particular thing with the aces and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Nino playing an interesting style, swinging up and down, everybody else just folding, Griff folding his ass off, folding a pretty good looking hand, not a great hand, but you know, looking kind of okay. Chip leader chipping up, so Griff actually now maybe the short stack at the table.
It's easy when you know the guy's got aces.
And Nino cutoff going to open here, so just has Griff in position on him to worry about. Griff will be 3-betting some shit there though, but ace 8-8-3 I guess doing alright. Big blind should be playing defense here. But I mean, Big Blind has been playing very erratic poker. Maybe he's tempted to make some spew box 3-bet here. Like, no, he's gonna call. Okay, interesting. He flops top and bottom. Other guy flops pair gutty.
Interesting flop. 2 pair for a Raphael, top and bottom. Missionary, as I've been told it was called yesterday.
Yeah, I learned that yesterday as well. I'm a big fan of it.
850k pot, 4.7 effective stacks. I mean, these guys in theory want to be checking a bunch. Nino's hand, like, there's some merit to wanting to be aggressive. Like, your opponent's gonna have a lot of broadways and stuff. I don't know, it's weird. He's gonna go for a bet. I guess Big Blind doesn't defend much 3-4 stuff here, so in that sense, it doesn't really matter that the board's like this. I think I would have just checked back as Nino, though. I think I would just check back and call at least one street. Our range wants to play passively when we're covered here, and there's 20 BB stacks at the table. Anyway, we're going to see a bet and a call. We're probably going to see passive play on the turn, regardless of the turn card,
You're not loving it.
considering what their hands are.
Just a bit too much hand.
I guess a club could be kind of interesting. Oh, he's actually going to get there on the turn.
Full pansy, yeah.
I think he should continue to be aggressive, because I really don't think the Big Blind defending range does particularly well on this board in this scenario. Like, where it's like supposedly a tighter open range, and therefore a somewhat tighter Big Blind defending range.
There will be some hands.
He's considering leading
Here, apparently, it's 8-8.
with his range. I guess that makes some sense. With his actual hand, obviously not, but with his range, I guess it makes some sense.
3, 5, 3, 4.
He is going to lead small here.
Gone for it. I did say yesterday Ferrari was very aggressive in.
Okay, so well, Nino does a very, very, very easy decision. He just calls basically everything. Like every river, that is. But Sean will be checking river. And so the question is, will Sean pay off a bet? And I think if the river pairs the board, he obviously will, you know, with a 5 or a 4.
Many 6x in his hand.
So let's see. Let's see. Interesting spot.
And if you are pansier, you're just hoping for a blank.
It's a club. Will it go check, check? 3 of clubs? Yes.
Not been given your wish.
Yes, yes, yes.
Club.
Is there any merit to him bluffing this hand now that he's gotten here in this way?
Gotta be wary of that ace of
That's
clubs,
kind of interesting, actually. So he can bluff his opponent off ace 4, ace 5, ace 9, and some straights possibly with a river barrel here. It's not that easy for him to take this line and have one higher club, so I think it's considerable to bluff
Enough to show
as Sean here. But he's going to just go check, check, and lose.
point, yeah.
Pretty hard for him to win a showdown on a club river without a bluff. Sort of interesting spot, but maybe I'm too spewy.
Yeah, I like that turn lead though. Didn't
Have
work
I been
out.
playing many live tourneys? No, I haven't played any poker at all, mate.
It does put a lot of pressure on Panzer's range if you have, you know, even a hand like ace, king, queen, jack, or whatever. Although that may have checked flop.
React that pot goes in.
Fish. Oh no, he's under the gun. So he's going to possibly open that hand. Oh, we're going to see Philip limping here. It's button. Okay, with the jacks.
The chip lead.
Doorbread is going to mark queen 7-6-4. Really? I don't think big blind's punishing very often. I don't see why we would fold this hand.
Alexich.
Like, am I wrong here? I've seen now 2 folds out of small blind versus limp. And I'm thinking this is like insanely bad tight fold.
Limp the button.
Oh, you want me to see the bigger hands? Okay.
The flop does take it down. Carry a little bit of them, like
I find these spots kind of interesting though, but I guess there'll be some better stuff than this.
to outlast and more important to try and, you know, build up. So hopefully it's set up.
Oh, what's going on here?
Do it, the ace king rag rag.
Philip opens cutoff, small blind 3 bets, ace king 6-4 rain, interesting 3 bet. And Philip respects it, yeah.
Well, a familiar
Ace king
sight.
6-4 rain. A little bit
Set,
disgusting.
Garcia. Slip. He does lead. Alexich. 6 big blinds.
So
Garcia.
Aussie Fish and Griff both slightly under 20 BB now.
Garcia has won 12 hands. Or now I'm watching.
What happens?
I like that 20.
Nino blind, small blind against cutoff here.
Recovery hand.
Oh, blinds have gone up. Okay, so pot raise is quite big here. So Nino,
You're on fire.
ooh, interesting. I guess he's just going to 3-bet and pray for the fold pre, and if he gets into disgusting check folding spot post flop, he's just willing to do it.
You in and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean you don't have to decide now, do you?
Yeah.
Anyway, he's going to get the fold pre, so whatever.
Or just let
Million fold. Yeah. I mean it's
Rafa under the gun, does he play like a bunch of limps, or he's going to fold king jack 9-8 double here.
Surely it's actually good for you because you know like the rundown hands he's just going to peel.
I mean, I wouldn't do this. Like, I get why he's doing it. I wouldn't do this. I probably would like limp if it felt like this weird ICM spot.
Yeah. This is why I've
To be honest, I actually would just raise, I think, because... but then if we want to fold to 3, that's tilting. Yeah, maybe I'll just limp it. I just can't see myself folding this hand.
get it in, but
Isn't it
three
more
aces, you
Anyway, this guy's going to open. I think Fish is just going to 3-bet this off, and it's totally respectable.
king?
Even though he doesn't have much fold equity versus 420.
just gonna win pre.
He runs into aces if he does it. I mean, Fish is probably actually going to just fold because he's a nit, but... I would respect a 3-bet here.
Interesting pot.
Yeah, interesting for Noya here. He's seen Garcia open.
You're gonna be very annoyed when he sees aces.
That's one time.
He's going to be fucking tilted when he sees aces.
Run into the aces.
No, yeah. Come on, man.
It's only a 2-1 dog though.
I don't always play.
I mean, that's so unlucky for you.
It is very unlucky so far.
Yeah, still got some.
That's all he's had for the last
Jack 10 suited is getting ready to do some work, Steve. I can feel
Yeah.
it.
Noya needs something to happen.
We are impartial, Steve, but it would hurt me to lose Noya. He has lit up the stream for me so far.
Okay, doesn't sound very impartial to
Yeah,
me.
that's true.
I can Fish hits here.
He's, you know.
Spin the wheel. It's a good start with
Good
a 10.
flop.
Alright, okay.
It's our favourite. 52%.
Got him PLO dominated
yeah.
now. 52%.
Yeah, 15 cards to hit.
Come on, dealer.
See some of them folded.
Stop wasting our time. Let's go. Ooh. I reckon you hidden Fish. 2 pair.
Okay, one of his 15 outs. on the river.
Oh, he bricks it off. Fucking brutal.
He does finish it, but
Unlucky, bro.
Maybe the death touch stream very well, and
I like that this following the person who just got stacked thing is taking off on all of the poker formats.
165k.
I want to see some chairs getting thrown though.
Ah, 1 point. Yeah. 1.5.
Neil cursed him.
Taking the tennis racket into the fucking corridor and smashing it into the
He's gonna
wall.
try every day.
hear me.
Free, my friend.
Very chunky indeed. This is what happens when you play for high stakes.
So Nino here, he's been 3-betting a bit. He might feel tempted here with this hand.
Garcia opens another one. Rather junky looking Queen Jack 7.
He will. He just doesn't give a fuck. I mean, as we've seen, he's willing to fold to 4. Oh, Griff? I bet Griff's short as shit, right? Like, he'd have to call all in. I thought he was double suited. No, whatever. He's not. Doesn't matter. Ignore that.
3-bet. Hugh Jones, short stack.
So Nino playing some poker, but it's swinging in both directions quite aggressively.
6-5 deuce all hearts.
Philip here with a monster hand.
The raise or the limp does fall into
He's going to go for a limp here, so changing gears randomly. After opening quite a lot of raise folds, he's going to limp with a fucking super nutted hand that could be very spewy. And now Doorbread is finally not going to fold out a small blind. Garcia won't punish. Oh, hold on. I say Garcia won't punish. Garcia is going to strike at Doorbread's weakness here. But, like, Philip's hand's so strong that, like, limp raising would be better than other stuff, you know? I mean, I wouldn't limp raise because I just don't think he's going to be balanced and limp enough aces. And I don't think that's really a thing that's going on. Especially considering that he's open raised a bunch. I don't know why the fuck he's decided to limp this hand, but he has. And now his opponent's, like, gone into spew territory with a total trash hand.
I mean, that was
Probably because of Doorbread's limp, like, just wanting to kick him out. I think Doorbread is, like, you can kind of sense the weakness a little bit with him. He's probably got to work on that.
a little bit of something for everyone.
It does feel like the Spanish reg is picking up on the physical weakness
What I can only describe
of
as
Doorbread in a couple of spots.
Alexic.
Oh, and we're going to see a pot c-bet double gutter and a snap fold from middle pair, single backy.
Yeah, versus
Oh yeah, not even a gutter, yeah.
Let's just let it go. One is pot, just
Pot's a double gutter, right? Yeah. So he does not want to get raised, obviously.
This is gonna be
Interesting
quite
spot there.
product that lines. So it's a bit of a disaster to finish fifth now, isn't it? If you
The
are
Spanish guy definitely willing to play aggressively.
Sure, you could see that, you know,
Imbit,
it's,
scouting report, Spanish guy paddle skills. Also, I hear Adrian Mateos is good status report on that as
a
well.
little bit more.
If you have the information,
You
please.
don't wanna-
9. We could just
We start building the Montenegro paddle tournament sponsored by Coin Poker as early as possible.
it's a big flop for that guy.
Hot, you are hot. The overpair and the jack as well for Panzio.
Yeah, and obviously in position. Another great
What happened here? So BVB raise pre-flop the absolute nuts. Nino flops fucking second nuts. So massive cooler here, at least for a couple of bets. Nino, I guess he's just in call land. There is min reason to protect equity, but I don't know. Actually, I think there's some merit to small raising here because he has 0 overs, and like a king or an ace is just such a disaster for him. So I don't hate the idea of occasionally raising this.
For anything but good.
He'll default to the call.
But you know, if he doesn't come a jack or a queen, and you face turn action with that 15.
Oh my god,
blinds
cold
down,
as
just
fuck
about to
one.
pay the big blind, it's very hard to continue.
Barrel raise. I mean, Nino probably pure slow playing with jack plus QQ.
Landed.
This is
But barrel raise would be absolutely sickening.
She has made her presence felt.
what a
It's
spot.
certainly going to get barreled. That part is
So
certain.
Incentivized to be aggressive. He does have it.
How big is he going? It looks large. That's at least 2/3.
It's just
3/4.
such a good spot for Panzia now.
I guess he's just peeling only here. There's no spew raise shit going on. He's just peel only. Yep, alright. On you go, mate. Let's see the river.
See a keep.
An ace or a king would be a little bit boring, but still curious, you know, if he's going to bet folded or what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's such a disgusting river.
Oh, that is disgusting.
That is the biggest joke I've ever seen, River.
Oh, wow. We've talked about the dynamics.
I mean, Nino can't fold. It's whatever. He just has to call. Whatever bet comes, he just has to call.
Would be putting Panzer under.
I mean, it's interesting because Nino will also have quads a bunch here.
And now we've just got an incredible hand. Quads.
But it's whatever. Folding this, the idea of folding this is fully retarded. To be fair, the jack that he has in his hand is actually kind of bad.
Does go full pot.
He's full pot. That's so greedy. But it's whatever. He could have infinity bluffs.
Call. I mean, do you just call?
You cannot fold here.
You don't raise?
There's no point thinking about this. Just call. It's fine. Whatever. Fair enough.
He does just call.
Horrible cooler.
Absolutely
Unlucky, brother.
brutal hand. Hand 39 of this final table. He's taken it very well.
That sucks. Unlucky.
I guess when you have the jack as well, it's
Hugh Chan, he's up to tip. Let us know. I'm not
find a hand. Finally, they've dealt him something.
Griff he's woken up with a hand here. Nice job, man.
Now is your time, Pew Jones.
Good on you, mate. Oh, Jesus. His opponent has, like, the fullest dog shit ever. I guess he's folding pre, right?
Garcia with very trashy hand.
1-3-20.
But is he going to play bar? And as we know in PLO, it's tough to get it in too bad.
I think this is, a genuine consideration to knock out a player.
You are under absolutely no ICM.
I mean, he likes Griff being short, though. It's whatever. You don't really want to call this off, do you?
Do you try and knock on the rest? Gigantic.
Who else is short with Griff, right? Nobody, right? I mean, I'm letting Griff survive here all day. Like, why the fuck would you call this? Looks like he wants to fold. Oh, he actually calls. Okay. Seems interesting to me. Like, for me personally, this feels like a little bit disgusting close with the math, and I would just err on folding because I like having the shit stacker.
That one he can't be folding, second pair.
Alright, so it's whatever. All in, call.
Great spot. Jones looking to hold. If not, he will be our 5th place finisher, picking up $340,000.
Smiling over. Turning a diamond here. It's reasonably good.
Not flush draw as well.
Gives his opponent a low gutter, but...
The backup.
Queens, 5s, 4s, 3s,
Non-diamonds.
9s.
Okay.
Like a brick.
Sehr gut.
What do you have now? Pot 5? Ah, 5.
Those murmurings of a...
Yeah, of course. Yeah. 4. Both. Can we take a break after this hand? Quick break, yeah.
Said in unison.
There you go. Player power here at the Onyx.
All players wanting to break after this hand, so we will be playing one more hand after this. Be very short, 15-minute break. Oh, a little bit under.
See a flop here.
10-minute break, even, or 12-minute break.
Probably 40.
So, Griff and Doorbred about the same stack depth. If Doorbred
It's a good time
check folds
to
flop
break
here,
back after that.
which he will.
The action has been thick, and top boat into rivered quads will certainly...
Just a spot as well, stack of Pew Jones.
I mean, yeah.
Excuse me, here's of the chips in play.
So Nino shortest with 25, 29, 37, and then Philip and Cesar deep.
No, I haven't either, actually.
So what is this random? Okay, random hold'em tournament. I guess we just skip that. We're back.
Can't do that.
Yeah, I gotta go faster. That's true.
Triton ended up getting himself in the Player of the Year race, so just went all out on them and has done very well in the events as well.
Philip opens here with chip leader on button. I don't know, man. I just wouldn't do this, bro. Maybe it's okay, but I wouldn't fucking do this. Does Cesar want to put his foot down here? I would peel here. Like I just tell my opponent, hey, even if this peel is like slightly too wide, it's probably not, but like say it was slightly too wide, I would still do it because I just want my opponent to know, like, if he fucking raises, oh, he's gonna 3-bet. Ugh, interesting. I wouldn't do that, but interesting. It's gonna work, but yeah. Random 3-bet. Again, maybe he's going for the live tells thing here. And if so, he's very accurate.
Garcia just going for it against this stack. You gotta love it. Alexic, I imagine
Philip just keeps stepping out of line a bit, IMO. And I mean, it worked out randomly against Ace-Jack 10-8 double, but it didn't work out that many times for him.
one spot.
Quite a sight to behold, isn't it?
Will that tame him a little bit, getting 3-bet there?
I mean, normally we're watching hold'em, right? Typically we see this and then the other players will...
There's a lot of spots blind.
We're seeing a flop here.
There is a lot more peelers.
Would be interesting. Not too often is it going to be a cooler with these particular hands. This is a semi-cooler.
Alexic.
And Thingy, Garcia has been c-betting infinite on these paired boards, like literally 100% of the time so far. So if he checks back here, I'm going to be a bit suspicious about his play.
Not just gonna keep barreling away, is he?
Not that he's like, you know, randomly can see his opponent's hole cards, but just that like, you know, he's not being very balanced. So we will expect a c-bet and we will see one.
This strong.
And now Philip, I mean, again, it's just not a spot where he's raising, so he's just going to call. Jack on the turn. Does this guy want to value barrel here with only a low diamond? I think if we're going to bet this hand, I would rather bet without the king or the queen of diamonds. So
This is interesting.
that seems reasonable. He's going to go for like one more merge, protection, and value bet.
He's, you know, very unlikely to ever get...
And yeah, he's going to get check called, and then it's just going to go check, check on river, unless the river's an
some of
ace.
the really big draws.
Or a 10.
It's true. I really like
And even a 10, he might check back. So it's really only an ace where Philip is going to win more money here.
Knock some of them out the week. Been, you know, there's
Random diamond, check, check.
It's yeah.
out.
Six card.
Set under set. Think, yep. Heartless person. You had Benny Vidi in the chat.
Alright.
Not mistaken.
Blind v blindaments.
Was in there.
See that.
Limp check and bottom set against middle pair. I guess Rafa probably check calling this hand. BDFD, queen 10. Check raising, check calling. Probably not betting. He does bet. I don't like this at all. I don't think it's like an ace is so good for us that we're just range betting an ace high board. And is this guy supposed to start attacking? Like, I mean, if we're stabbing as often as Rafa obviously is, based on his bet of this hand, I think we should be raising in position with this dry bottom set.
Things up a little bit. Just turn a gut
But
shot,
whatever.
and I flip
At least
it.
sometimes, I mean. Now Rafa hits this turn. He might as well barrel. Like, because some weak top pair shit should just fold here. I don't know. Pop barrel, I guess. And then interesting spot for Garcia. Like, bottom set fully dry. He's going to check here. Like, he thinks his queen has enough showdown. And he's willing to check call one. I don't think we're going to see the check raise here with QD flush draw. It's too spewy, because if the other guy has ADFD, you're fucked. To be fair, he will punish suited aces mostly pre-flop, I imagine.
When you're playing a blind on blind pop.
Unless they're triple or whatever, which he blocks. So we'll see whatever that was. 80% pop bet. And now he's got a decision. I imagine he's check calling. He does check call. He bricks the river and he check folds. So not really that interesting.
Garcia,
And that is why this man is still thinking here.
for sure. This is a limp pot, I believe.
It is.
He's gonna consider calling this. I don't see that being smart at all.
A lot of the queen.
Blocking almost nothing here.
Would have bet.
Your opponent's gonna value bet like ace-6 as well. So it's really would be a crazy call.
To get involved.
3.2.
Rooting against each other.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the c-bet on the flop, and I don't like the lack of turn barrel by Rafa in that hand.
That's the game.
Grip opening up here, trying to collect some blinds and antes. Oh, he runs into AA. That's not great for him.
I don't think
Redemption?
And he does fold to the 3-bet.
you know.
Oh, Nino wakes up again.
Today.
Imagine he gets 4-bet now.
Very different beast to this one.
So Nino 3-bets, takes down another one. Garcia opens again, wins the blinds.
Sometimes he says pop, sometimes he puts
Opens
it
again.
20 in.
Collects the blinds again.
The bottom. See,
1.2 million up top, 5 left.
The seat that he had.
Walkerments for the chip leader.
two players out.
That's decent, isn't it? Is, you know, winning 80%
Oh, Nino with a big hand. Don't think he's going to fold this one. Queen, queen, 8-8 double. Big blind against small blind. Interesting spot. Is this a call? I mean, after he got 4-bet off his KK3-3 double, I don't think he wants to fucking be in that spot again. Even though this hand has a bit more equity against some stuff. So he does just call pre. I think it's an interesting choice. It probably makes sense. He's going to flop 2 sets here. Kind of hilarious board. His opponent has been very aggressive c-betting. I don't imagine that will stop here with a hand that could use some protection and so many shit turn cards. He could also check call with BDFD. It's not totally crazy. But if you had to guess what he's going to do, bet makes most sense. He bet's actually like really small though. I don't even like that for the hand that he has. Anyway, what does Nino do with 2 sets? Does he just call? I think there's reasons to be passive with this hand, like because every draw has more equity against you. Yes, like it's just a cooler if you beat. Maybe just potting and hoping your opponent folds is good. But it feels like we can just do that when we have a set, you know? We don't having 2 sets feels wrong to raise here. He's going to agree, maybe with that logic, and just call, and now he's very happily getting it in on the turn. But his opponent will most likely just be check folding. His opponent actually could barrel and fold to a jam as well. Not totally unplayable line. He could pop fold here, actually, with this hand. He will. He's going to pop fold. And Nino's just jamming. It's just a jam. He'll probably snap jam. Should he fake tank? I don't think it really matters. It's whatever. He's just going to jam. I don't think there's any merit to calling and hoping to save money against AA in a blind v blind SRP with a guy who has like 90 PFR. I think you just jam it, pray that he fucking folds, which he will. So good for you.
Exactly that. We don't know what the bad cards are. He might not even bluff all rivers as well. So
I would hate to bet fold the turn because of the queen high flush draw in the previous hand, mate. But the ace high flush draw is there. You know, it's not that good of a spot having a queen high flushy. With no gutter, no future blockers really at all. I think bet folding would have been better. Not that you're getting raised on the turn fucking ever. Yeah, Nino's all in. Whatever. He's just going to tank a bit. This guy's obviously folding. Well played. So Nino chipping up a significant amount there. Probably going to be similar with Philip after that pot. Sean Raphael about... how deep is Sean? 23 BB or so? Oh, actually, I'm wrong. Nino doesn't chip up that hard. He's only got 7 mil. Griffin BB with a great hand here. Probably just 3-betting it off. And might get called? Might get called here. Ace Queen 7-7. Tough spot here. Garcia. I mean, is he supposed to get this in? Or like, you know, call and see the flop? He's going to jam for min more. And Griff's going to have to win another flip here.
Slight advantage. Pretty much a flip.
Look how many time banks Griff has. He has like 40 time banks. Do I still play poker? No, I don't, mate. I'm trying to transition to being a businessman so I can get invited to the good games, you know? I'm playing the long con. Please don't clip this and show future businessmen. Okay?
Pretty good.
Alright, so Griff flops top 2. Looking good. Opponent's drawing at a fucking 7. He bricks. Alright. So chip leader loses a couple of pots, but chip leader is still massive fucking chip leader. 24 million chips. But everybody else chipping up a bit now. There's a bit more poker to get played here. Philip going to defend BB with some kind of good hand. Nobody flops shit. Well, Philip still has 3 overs and a spade, so I don't think being aggressive as Philip here is crazy. Like, this guy's been range betting. He's probably going to bet this hand too. I think a small check raise as Philip, even though it's like probably in isolation spew, is like totally justifiable. This guy's never once been tested for a check raise. Never once. And like, your raise sizing here doesn't need to be large. Like, your opponent's air is just going to muck. So I think Philip is actually gonna. He's not gonna RNG. He's just gonna raise. That's my read on Philip.
Yeah, that's always good lap, isn't
Oh mate, that's just it's too weak, bruv. Come on, have a little spew raise, mate. Just make it 750, 800.
You look to one, here we go.
He's snap folding so many fucking hands. He's range betting, mate. You can't let him get away with this shit, mate.
Right, okay.
No, it's coming.
Oh, here we go. So this is a flat from the small here. Rafa could overcall. I think his hand is just a fold for the SPR. Like, he'd rather these guys went to battle against each other, I think. I don't... it's kind of disgusting and close, right? He gets to overcall. He can flop the joint. The ICM free roll of this spot, is it really that much? 8, 9 SPR. It's not going in very often. No, maybe it was just a call from Rafa there. Kind of tough spot. Close. I'm not sure.
The good flops. Okay, we get some murky ones like this 9-5 deuce where we...
You lost 20 buy-ins? Ah, man, you should quit poker, bro. You might be washed, just like me.
You can absolutely smash the flop, can't you, with this hand?
Just take a break, mate. Do my thing. Just take a little break, have a day off. Go buy yourself like a nice new fucking hoodie or shirt or pair of shorts or whatever you like to wear tomorrow. And then write it off as the 20 buy-in pair of shorts, you know? That's what I like to do. Take a day off. Fucking waste some money on some shit. You know? Donk around a little bit. Enjoy the break. Alright, so what the fuck happened here? Probably check, flop. Oh, he's actually going to check back middle gutty, shit BDFD, and he's going to turn 2-pair, and he's planning on calling river. Oh, Philip could find block bet here and get paid, right? Yeah, so this is a good little spot for Philip. We might even see block bet raise, though, from 7 deuce here. Kind of interesting spot. I think we'll see the block, because Philip's used it in a few different spots already. And I'm not sure whether we'll see a call or a raise. I think we'll honestly probably just see a call. Even though the Cesar guy has been pretty oh, no block bet, mate. Come on, bruv. Come on, bruv. Milk some value, mate. Fuck's sakes. Maybe he's thinking because he has a queen and a jack, he gets called by less. I don't know, mate. Whatever. I think I'm going to stab there a lot as the out of position. Versus the double check backing fucking PFR. Alright, Doorbread's just fucking piling it in. He might limp raise it, though. He actually will limp raise it. So this is interesting whether Garcia will punish his Rainbow QQ. I don't think he should, and he won't. So this was a limp raise from Rafa that didn't get to happen, and now they go to a flop. We got overs and a gut shot with single BDFD against a QQ with straight blocker. So we're probably going to just see like check, and call down mode a little bit from the QQ.
Obviously very poorly gambled now, right? As the hams like this hand.
Ah, very interesting turn. Very interesting turn. Holy shit. What does Rafa want to do here? I think he just... Well, I actually don't really know. I guess he wants to bluff, right? But, like, Garcia can No, he can't raise. The SPR is just too fucked. So if it goes bluff, like, it should... Like, I don't think he can afford to bluff catch with dog shit equity like this. Garcia. I don't think he can afford to, but it's a very strange combo. Like, you full block. Like, your opponent's pretty polar here for this bet. Extremely polar. Like, he either has a draw or he has a fucking straight. He doesn't have 2-pair, he doesn't have a set. I mean, he could have a set flush draw or like 3-pair flush draw, maybe. But, so with QQ 7-3, no equity, my guess is solver just snap folds. But if you have the read that your opponent's full polar, it's pretty interesting to call. It's pretty fucking interesting to call.
Yeah, Jack 7, 7-8.
He is going to call. Interesting stuff. It's a statement. I think it's a like horrible EV call, but I think it's a very interesting actual call. And he's going to get an absolutely horrendous river, though. Doorbread just lucking out of his mind here with this river. I would have loved to see a different river and a bet. I don't think that would have happened necessarily, but it would have been interesting just to see in position calling off with 1 pair in this spot. I mean, in position might have just like click raised instead of calling, though.
Very balanced. Last time he said that, he checked. This time he will not be.
Imagine he finds a check, though. Like, this hand is auto-bluffing from Garcia. This is amazing. Imagine... Oh, my God. He actually checks. So I guess he uses some sort of RNG kind of thing with how he checks and stuff.
Garcia,
It's going to work as well, I think.
Queen, like Queen's just pretty much never best hand, right? Just lose to some form of two
And
pair.
it's auto bluff.
He's got, you know, the 7 block.
The only question is what sizing he uses. That's the only question.
See.
Let's just see. Okay, so he doesn't. He bets half pot. I respect these kind of bluffs. Anyway, this is getting raised.
That seats. Just a matter of time. He's leaving back. Right? Am I leaving back exactly 25?
Yeah, looks like it. Well played from both, I think.
Interesting hand.
Hello.
A couple of pots recently heading into Panseer, perhaps just a little strategy.
What the fuck? So now Garcia's limping BBB with this hand? This is kind of random.
Lean. And Jones now down to 30. Does feel more pressure.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's probably fine check raise, yeah, sure.
But yeah,
Again.
Another limped BBB? What is this? Yeah.
These guys have never played blind. I was like, oh, right.
A double gut shot? No, it's a single gut shot.
Where did that card come from?
Middle 2 straight blocker against... Oh, a set on the turn. Cold turn.
Kind of.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
gonna get checked through though. And now, interesting spot.
Thankfully for Pete.
Some stuff can definitely happen here. Griff could certainly bluff raise. I think Griff, like, honestly over bluffs in these spots. So if Nino bets, I think he gets raised. He probably ends up calling it, even though his hand is probably pretty disgusting for that decision.
You know, not played this in any way that he showed much strength.
And do you know, funnily enough, like, I think sixes actually blocks bluffs as well. The Griff is just going to snap fold to river pot bet here with bottom 2 and straight blocker. That's also honestly extremely surprising to me. Extremely surprising. With no club in hand, bottom 2. Like, honestly, I thought Griff would just spew bluff that pure. And he's going to snap fold, so he is surprising me.
With his final table.
Yeah.
It's going to start going harder.
Chip leader opens, the blinds is slightly increased, I guess. Takes it down pre.
Moss. Here is King 4-3 with a suit against Panseer.
Rafa BB, Ace King 4-3 double against Cardoff Panseer open. So Chip leader folded under the gun here. Panseer strikes. Doorbred thinking about what? Just like you can't 3-bet fold here. So he's considering playing defense. That's it. With no, it looks like if you look at his face, it looks like he's thinking about 3-betting, but his SPR is just too trash, man. So he did think about 3-betting there, kind of making a statement of how he plays in these spots. It would have worked, funnily enough, but it would have been a disgusting 3-bet fold. Stack-wise. Chip leader gets a walk. Okay, so shortest stack is Rafa now 22 BB, followed by Griff 28, and then Nino and Philip 50 plus. Chip leader at 150, okay.
How about some normal service? 2 pair. Let me feel more at home.
The missionary. Top and bottom.
Exactly.
Learned that yesterday. Thank you very much.
Alright, I'll try and get through some shit here.
One's poking his. Espin Mermo, who finished 7th in this one, so he's
Griff BB
popped himself over.
overbooked Queen 10 8-6. He's gonna just respect the game
I heard
and
that
move on
before.
to the next hand.
Yeah, I'm not terrible.
Fair enough, bruv.
Eunice Barrack. And imagine they've with 5,000 chips.
Oh, short stack folds under the gun. Garcia has good hand. Oh, Panseer has good hand. I guess he's going to 3-bet fold here. Disgusting spot. Oh, he's actually going to take the call instead this time. So he'd been very aggressive here in the past. And he would be 3-betting a bunch of AA here. And he's going to not 3-bet this hand. So just an interesting decision.
5k chip. Okay, well it's better than not being in the money with a
As the ace with other cards gets a bit less connected, it does prefer not to 3-bet in a lot of spots. It's interesting though. I think I would just 3-bet this instead of the PU. It doesn't flop super well this hand.
Would you bother coming back with your 5k? Would you sit down?
Too many random single overs, overboards.
Yeah, but what are the blinds?
And what happens here? This guy's going to flop OE to the high side with single backdoor. He's going to check flop. Nino, no incentive to stab here. Should just be checking back and hoping to hit an 8-7-6 or ace.
Everyone got there first.
Or club. I don't think stabbing makes much sense here, even though he can be aggressive on this board in general.
So engrossed in reading that. Somewhat sleep in the action here. Garcia with the Garcia. And see a call.
Okay. Interesting turn. I think Garcia's probably forced to check it because it connects super well with the imposition flatting range. And then Nino has like a 2-barrel here, even though he unblocks.
Each with a little something.
I think Nino's supposed to just 2-barrel this. So it should go check, call, check, decide. And based on what I've seen from Garcia, I think he check calls a brick here.
Very bad cards.
Not that there's that many bricks. But yeah, if we see a 4-3 deuce, I think it'll go check, bet, call. And I think Nino's pure bluffing this.
Guessing we've not seen anyone really run any bluffs against Garcia. Just
No, not really at all.
What's he going to bet? Third pot, half pot? You don't need to bet very big here, to be honest. It's an extremely good spot for your range. I don't know what kind of sizing that is. I don't know what the blue chips are worth.
position against him either.
1.5 mil pot. Oh, he goes half pot. That's quite big, man. This guy is not going to fucking fold this hand ever.
But he has every right to continue here.
Maybe against a pop bet
Straight
on the
for
turn.
himself.
But even then, probably not.
Pair. Good to be somewhat wary though. It's not like the Queen Jack's going to lose.
What is the river? That's the main question here. Oh, it is the deuce. So I think it'll go check, bluff, call. That's what I think will happen here.
Yeah, can he?
Because Nino actually, like, it's a very interesting spot where, like, this hand that he holds unblocks, like, these hands that want to check call, like, one time from the opponent, like King, Jack, King, Queen kind of hands. Basically, like, a top pair or something like that with some additional equity, or, like, QQ, I mean, not that much QQ is going to check call fucking flop and turn though, with FD. But it could do. So yeah, I don't know, I feel like it'll go bluff and this dude will not fold this hand. He just will not fold.
Having a 9, you want it your
So I'd like to see it for that reason, but if Nino makes a give up here, it's also interesting. But he basically has unblockers and he blocks King 9, so I feel like he'll just bluff. The only question is the sizing. I don't think he'll pot. I think he'll half or 2/3, probably 2/3. 2 mil into 3, and this dude is just snap calling, like not literally snap, but he is never ever gonna fold IMO.
chips out there. Panzea is fighting.
Like he maybe uses one-time bank.
Yeah, very ballsy bluff this one. We've not seen an
I know how this guy plays, bro. Trust me, this guy's not fucking folding.
We might not see a release.
I guess it looks like he's gonna use one-time chip.
Jack X blocker.
He's got a jack blocker. He doesn't block hearts.
This would be sick.
It's not impossible, but it would be sick. You're right. Be a statement call.
Oh, he's actually looking like he's gonna fold. Surprising me. Here goes the time chip. I'm putting him on one-time chip call, but it looks like it might be a fold or a two-time chip spot so far.
I mean, at this point,
There's the one.
safe to say it's
He's second-guessing himself. Like, he knows he's a spewer. He knows he wants to call. But he's telling himself, you know what, mate? You always spew. You always fucking call. They always have the nuts. Fuck's sakes. God fucking damn it. But it's like, realistically, King Jack, it blocks... I mean, King Queen is technically better than King Jack. Because there's a lot more Jack 8 shit that's going to auto-bluff. 2 time chips going. Now it's anybody's ball game.
This.
If he says to himself, I would always call King Queen here, and now King Jack is close, and having an 8 in his hand is bad, then I can see himself convincing himself to fold. And it's reasonable logic. It's not unreasonable.
Anyway at all.
Put him on just being max spewer though. And to be fair, Nino is spewing himself, so it's not a bad villain to call down.
sort of bluffing card. You
He's
don't
gonna call, yeah. So I'm wrong about the time chips, but I'm right about the action. And Nino's gonna muck actually, funnily enough.
see-
You're laughing, must be
He's got a show.
I wouldn't muck there. I think that's a huge mistake.
It doesn't. He's not shown because it wasn't all in and his opponent mucked.
Yeah, opponent just mucked, so it doesn't show. I think I might have just shown there and been like, yeah, I've called you King Jack, mate.
I was really looking forward to the look.
Reaction, yeah.
Nino.
Fantastic call. Creeping back to that
Interesting hand.
James, I told you as soon as you get...
What do you mean as well?
I mean, I don't have too much, but I have a good hand to call, to be honest.
You never have.
Not really. Like, I honestly think the Jack 8 is reasonably bad, but I get that you think that it's a good hand to call, and that's why I put you on calling. I think the king is massive, though. It makes a huge difference, for sure. The chip leader is back on form. Nino is bumming it up now. Nino and Griff both the shit. No, Nino and Doorbread both the shit stackers. Griff slightly covering. Nino, under the gun, King 985 max is going to actually lay it down there. I actually don't like that at all. I think you should just pop fold. Like, you're going to take down the blinds enough. King 9-8, even though it's triple, it's a pretty good kings. So, anyway, blind v blind. We can see limp check. Gut shot future blockers for Gussie. I think he gets aggressive here. He's getting check called 100%. Oh, he might get jammed on, sorry. He's going to get jammed on here by top pair with a 5. IMO. Actually, sorry, is it jam time? Oh, yeah, the SPR's there, for sure. 1.5 mil in the pot. Oh, did he punish pre? Am I tripping? I need to see this now. Yes, he limp calls pre. Yeah, he's check jamming flop. Yeah. Obviously, he's winning the pot. So Doorbread chips up a bit. Griff just playing it like a boss, just folding every fucking hand or winning a coin flip, one of the two.
Subconsciously target that player a little bit more.
Limp check from Garcia this time. Oh, he's gonna flop a fucking royal draw in limped pot. His opponent has the absolute nut low.
So hard to fold small blind.
Oh, so button reg folds here. What did he mark? Do we see that? Jack 10 6 deuce rain. 10 suit. Just randomly folds button.
Maybe that's why the Jack 10 6 deuce hit them.
Just for fun. Maybe he wants to see these guys play a hand against each other. I don't see why he would do this though.
Blind anti PLO though. So hard to fold small blinds. If you're up against a player.
Maybe he just thinks with this particular stack depth, these guys are gonna, and like the fact that these guys 3-bet enough, they're gonna just be 3-betting him a shitload, and he doesn't want to play the trash. Which could be, of course, good. I wouldn't know.
The Jack folded was in that suit as well.
Nino stabs random flop, backdoor straight draw, future blocker. The wheel. Griff with a pair and a backdoor straight draw is going to fold flop to how much? Half pot stab. Surprising play from Griff here. I guess he just thinks he's going to get barreled insanely often and doesn't want to lose the BB that he'd have to invest. Or the 1.5 BB, I guess. So interesting spot for Griff. Decides to go passive, which is not his normal decision. Griff with ace, deuce, deuce, deuce. Imagine there's a spot in fucking ICM PLO where ace, deuce, deuce, deuce is rainbow is a fucking 3-bet fold. It's possibly the case. That would be fucking hilarious, honestly. I would love to see a GTO 3-bet from ace, deuce, 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 rainbow. That to me would be one of the best plays in PLO ever. 3-bet fold ace, deuce, 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 rain in a spot where your opponent never flats. Anyway, Rafa ramming in here, and I think Garcia is not supposed to fold Kongs here for 20 BB at all. How is his Kongs? Single Jack 6? It's a pretty break-even Kongs. That's going to feel tough for sure. He knows he's getting 3-bet, like a respectable amount, but at the same time, it's not the best Kongs. This is a tough spot here. I mean, obviously, he has gambling chips, you know? It's not a big deal for him if he gambles. He could also call and fold an ace-high board. That's possibly... Yeah, I think that's actually smarter than... I think that's actually smarter than shoving. I think calling and folding an ace-high board is better. If he folds pre, I'm not going to be surprised, but this is very close, and he seems like spewier than anything else. So I think we're going to see him not fold. I really would rather see a flat call than a jam, though. Like, his opponent when 3-betting has an ace literally 100% of the time, and that he doesn't have a different value hand. So folding an ace-high board seems totally reasonable. You know, assuming he doesn't flop enough equity on that board. I think it's a call, mate, honestly. I would call here. I mean, Doorbread feels tighter than the rest of the guys, but he's definitely shown to have the pre-flop 3-bet spew.
Dempsey wins.
Yeah, nice. And we see the flat call, so Doorbread at risk.
I just like to disagree because it's
Yeah, it's boring if we agree.
just so nice if you're wrong there.
Just have to ask.
Interesting.
Okay, so non-ace high flops could be interesting.
Oh my god.
5-6.
But he hits a 6, though. Hold on. Ugh, disgusting.
3.76.
Disgusting, disgusting. Do we have to call?
We're gonna leave
With backdoor flusher, we have a 6. Yeah, fuck. I station off here. He's gonna snap fold. Really? You don't want to do some math, man? Like, you don't want to do a little math here? 2.3 jam, 3.8 pot. You have a 6. Oh, but right, you run into aces some percent of the time as well. You have an 8. Yeah, you have a 6, you have a BDF, and you have a joker, which happens to be covered in this instance. Like, against this exact hand, if the guy didn't have a joker or a Kong, yeah, it's actually probably just a fold. I think the math's not there, but for me personally, I'm never figuring that out in like 2 seconds and folding, you know? I'm sitting there probably using 4 time chips trying to figure out the math. I actually used to be good at math when I was a kid as well, and full dog shit, slow as fuck now. Interesting one though. I actually like the play. I think he played it good. Ah, so Griff with the big boy. Is Nino folding pre here with this? So he covers Griff slightly here.
Yeah, exactly. Common sense goes a long
Interesting spot for Nino. I think he's just folding pre based on how he's played so far. I don't know what's correct in this spot.
Common sense, James.
I feel like if he had a 5 instead of a 4, it's probably a snap call. But it's like definitely close. There could be some heavy ICM implication that I'm under-respecting though, and you're supposed to just muck.
Hugh Jones. The 3-bet here with the aces.
Sadly, Griff has been the tightest at the table so far.
Either to C3
How much do you have, Sean?
with this double suited ace 8 7 4. Just checking on the other stacks before he decides whether to go to battle or not. Hugh Jones did start this hand with 3.6 million, so if Panzia did get involved and then was forced to commit on the flop,
yeah,
it's a big chunk of his stack. He would just have 3 big blinds if he'd lost this hand. Getting a little ahead of ourselves, but that's kind of what he's thinking now. He's thinking, do I peel this? And then be forced to go with something that, you know, is between 40 and 60% equity.
How much is it? Whatever, we'll pay.
So he's going to station it off here. They're going to see a flop with low SPR going post.
Yep. So depending on some flop textures.
I get 5 back. I put 25.
Now the 2 short stacks, 25 and 22 big blinds.
I put a 25.
Will it go in on the flop?
Pretty
Yes.
good flop for P. Jones here. It does have the
World of hurt here. Jones with some kill outs.
Good flop.
What's with this hat, by the way, Griff? It's an interesting looking hat, mate.
big favourite, isn't he? 3 to
I'm not a
8.
fan of these like flat bill hats that people wear, though. I'm old school. I like the bent cap, you know?
Gambling.
When I was a kid, we would buy a hat, and the first thing you would do is bend the fucking brim, you know?
In the big gamble. As a big dog. In a pot that, okay, he covers in, but he'll be left with 3 blinds if he doesn't get lucky here.
I think I folded a 4. Beautiful. Oh, this is bad for me. You fold pocket 7s, Sean?
No. I had 8 6 7 7 No,
Ace,
kidding.
ace 7.
I did have a 7, I'm pretty sure.
It's a fair spade. It's a boring spade on the turn. I'll take any spade. No, it's none.
There it is.
Okay, little gutty. Oh, but wait, it's a straight for the boy right now. He's drawing a dry gutter.
Of course,
3 out.
still an out for Pansia. 5 to make a higher straight.
Okay.
Oh.
So Nino down to a crumb.
Very, very.
Hey, bigger open it, so maybe Garcia get to crush as much as he once was.
Yeah, exactly.
What does Nino have? A pair. The other dude has bottom pair. Okay.
Garcia sees his own.
Nice looking turn for him.
Deuce,
You heard it.
5, or a king.
Oh, he's gonna hit river.
Oh no, he found a king. Well, the 5-handed logjam ends.
GG.
Garcia picking up 340k for his efforts. The one making the moves could be the one.
Nino doesn't seem to give too much of a fuck, to be honest. He's not sweating it too hard. Maybe he sells a bit of action and stuff. I'd probably be a bit steamed, mate, getting knocked out randomly. I don't think I could hold it together. I think I'd be a bit tilted.
To go Garcia. Well,
Are they going to do another break? Okay.
Razzle dazzle.
The old razzle dazzle. I think it's actually the all with like an apostrophe with no even a.
Wait, what's this? They're showing the hotel?
This Onyx Club High Roller Series final table.
Okay.
It is, of course, the 50k PLO, the Grand Slam, where many hours ago now we started this final table, but we are now.
Four max.
Busting at the hands of Cesar Garcia.
Okay, but look at the stacks here. It's pretty interesting poker. 37 BB the shortest. We're going to see flops now.
Now with Sitchin Jones. Now start to do
Philip's going to start with an open raise.
a bit more incentivized to
From under... Ah, there's a dead blind in this spot. And Garcia should flat here. Last time I thought that he fucking randomly 3-bet, though. It looks like he might again. No, this time he's calling. Oh, Griff with the big boy here. Griff with a real man's hand here. Just wins the fucking flip and comes out potting. This is pretty sweet. Massive squeeze here. Garcia has to call, though. Oh, Garcia folds pre. Is that actually a good decision? I feel like this is a very poor decision and random decision by Garcia. So Griff is going to 3-bet to what, 2 odd? How much is it? We don't even get to see. 3-bet 2.8. I mean, is that true? That's a massive 3-bet. Is it really that much? 560 times what? 4? Exactly? Total? That's incorrect then, right? It's not 2.8 mil. There's no way. Right? It's 2.2 something. 2.24? And if you're Garcia, you should assume Alexic's under the gun range is high card heavy. You should assume Griff's squeezing range is definitely high card heavy. And you're sitting there with 7764. I think that's a snap peel, mate.
There we go.
Am I tripping?
Moving. And a shaken.
Maybe cycling hat. He likes bikes. That's a great read, mate. That's an excellent read. He does like bikes. I don't know what the fuck this hat has to do with cycling. It sounds like you understand some kind of connection. But yes. So interesting. I don't know why he folds there. Am I retarded? It seems like a bad fold.
Now like pot, maybe down to like the 70% pot.
We see BVB with same stack here, and we're going to see limp check. And these are the mid stacks. The short stack is Rafa, but he's not much shorter if I recall. So kind of interesting spot with a limp and a check. I think it should have probably gone limp pot call, but it didn't. And now what happens? Griff checks. Alexic bets surely because he wants to barrel a 5 and a 6. Oh, he doesn't necessarily want to barrel those actually. I mean, it's a bet either way, but whatever. He probably barrels those, yeah. Griff can't fold flop right to half stab. Second pair BDSD. He's going to call. He had an interesting spot with a similar hand before where he folded in position. This time he's going to check call out of position. So many terrible turns for him. He's going to hit one that's actually good, though.
Always find a way.
Pulling into the lead for a brief moment in time here.
Disgusting.
He will not be donking, I don't think. Although for his range, it's quite an interesting turn. He could consider a donk, right? He has the stronger range with the open limp versus the checkback range.
Still gonna feel very good, but it's
Leading pot here. I mean, it's honestly reasonable. Like, his hand would rather see a fold than a call.
Right.
And then he's got, like, some weird spot on a fucking, like, 9 or a queen where he can check raise, maybe, or just barrel. But instead, it's going to go check, check, spade. And now Griff with spade probably has to check, call, river.
don't really
I
get
think Philip will obviously bluff enough stuff on the flop. And then feel committed to stabbing it again on the turn. And when Philip checks back turn, he's like really, really hard capped. Even though he's a decent reg, like everybody is very, very capped in this spot. So it's easy to overbluff river. It's easy for him to stab flop with a single spade hand that wants to bluff river. So this is just a full cooler here. And Griff will not fold to a pot bet, in my opinion.
two sevens. More likely perhaps the opponent has made a flush or has some sort of two-pair holding.
Nuts.
And you go half pot gets snapped. You don't like hearing that word. Nuts.
So Griff loses the minimum there. Interesting turn spot to consider, maybe. Just because his hand wouldn't mind protection.
Value in this tournament was just a
Garcia super nuts going to take down the blinds.
kind of
Probably a good.
mid lead. Gets a walk.
Philip could limp button there. I don't know. He just doesn't go for it.
Low run down.
It's whatever. It's a shit hand. Who cares? Garcia getting dealt some decent hands in the mix of all of the trash.
Second that heart.
You're always on the lookout for potential.
Okay, Griff flop's amazing here. Top pair and a gutty. Top pair with overs for the other dude. He's been c-betting infinite, so he probably c-bets this top pair.
Main thing is
It does.
enough here.
Griff, no reason to do anything except call. Calls. 9 on the turn, so amazing card for them both, kind of, in this. But does Garcia want to slow down here? He would absolutely hate to get jammed on for this SPR. Yeah, I think Garcia is actually going to check call turn, but Griff's just going to check it back, so we'll see a river.
Broadway.
Garcia going to go for a barrel here. This is extremely disgusting in my opinion. I don't think he can justify a bet call.
Great for Jones.
And bet folding feels like... This feels insane to me to bet fold here.
It's not like we're
Griff has a tough spot. I mean, it's an OE. It's not great. He doesn't have overs to 2-pair. This is a very tough bet size to face. I think if he was potted, like he probably mucks. But because it's not pot, he might find the cheeky call here. And he would end up bluffing a spade most likely if that's what went down.
Remember Jones starting the hand in the middle.
He's going to call pretty fast, implying that he might have even called a pot bet. So what will the river be? Will it change things? 7 would be extremely cold. That would be a brutal river.
And of course he gets to rep a lot of the cards.
Oh, it's a joker, so it's cold the other way around.
Into the straight.
And now this guy is probably... He's either going to block bet and call a raise, or he's going to just check call. I think he check calls with the SPR being this deep. And yeah, Griff's just doubling through here. Fucking amazing fucking river card. Jesus Christ. Crazy turn bet though, IMO. Like really disgusting to invite getting jammed on there by 2-pair where you basically... You have odds to call it off, but you can't really bet call. I don't think.
Garcia here.
So Griff just absolutely loving life. Full miracle river. Will this guy block call or will he check call? I think he's a check caller. I don't think he's a block caller. I can't see this guy finding river 15% or 20% bet.
He's just got aces up already. Maybe. Yeah, maybe we go small. What draws have missed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know how you play,
do.
bro. Alright.
Spade.
Does Griff waste a time chip here? I don't think he does. I think he just shoves, mate.
Backdoor spade draws it now.
Griff's a real one. He wants to hang on to all 25 of those time chips as a memento for his tournament run.
Might want to bluff.
The only question is Garcia snapping? I think he'll call before using a time chip. And to be fair, Griff's a great person to call against. Absolutely no problem calling Griff down here. Completely fine. Cannot feel bad ever with 2-pair and a fucking 9 here.
Alright, leave 2 chips back.
Oh, he's going to save min chips. Oh, Griff, don't be that guy, mate. Don't be that guy, Griff. Come on, mate. Count, please. Come on, man. You're really bothering to fucking tank here, mate. You know you're the biggest spewer ever, mate. Just fucking call.
For Garcia.
It's an all good call, mate.
Sort of make a really big call down before with just one pair. This time top two.
5 million 10.
Sorry?
5 million 10.
Always hard, isn't it, brother? When you've bet the turn, you know, relatively light.
I think it sucks how like people can ask for the count and that doesn't take off the time though.
There are some
I don't think he's doing that in this spot. He doesn't seem to waste too much time in general. But I don't like that as an element of the game.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't take time off. I don't fucking know.
Queen or Queen 9.
I think at some point it did.
Yeah,
I'm going to watch him tank this up because it's an interesting spot.
we don't have a spade.
I don't know why he's thinking so long. Like, it's such a fucking snap.
Yeah.
Like, we can have some stronger hands here ourselves, of course. We could have had sets and things, but our own hand value here, not that important. Yeah, understandably makes the call, and Jones shows him the bad news. Up to 16 or 15.5 million chips for Aldo. We've got a game on. Garcia slips below 20.
Here we go. When I was first in, I was noticed that Hugh Jones had been very patient, and it's paying off in spades now because you're right. We have.
It doesn't want to muck the loser. I think that's funny. Oh, Griff did use a time chip there.
Rafael,
Misclick.
one like
Nice hand, buddy. 15 mil chips.
34 blind.
Will we see the tides turning now? I don't check Garcia. He still covers though, I think.
Sitch.
Griff going limp check with Philip here. I mean, Philip's still reasonably deep. Griff gonna bet with dry gutter, backdoor, overs.
Yeah, it's an easy one to work.
In America.
Yes.
So this guy barely covers. Now Griff on button here, he's got playable cards. Like if this guy has not changed his strategy, Griff can certainly play this hand.
We have.
I'd like to just see a call. I'd like to make a statement call, just like, all right, fuck you, mate. Now I'm playing poker. You want to raise your trash, man? I'm gonna fucking peel you all day. I'm gonna 3-bet your ass.
Flash on the end.
You got to start folding, buddy.
Does just call this time.
I'm deep.
Yeah. There's not
So I like the call.
100 deep, and we're
I think a 3-bet, it's like trying to make too much of a statement. Like I find like calling people in position, it hurts them more.
there might be
Because it forces them to make like multiple different decisions against you, you know? And if they respect your game, they're going to have the fear.
chance to perhaps get something going here. He's got a pair, he's got the nut flush draw, but he's behind.
Garcia flops fucking super nuts. Griff's going to check this back though. So it's... Really, Griff's going to ask and consider stabbing small here? I don't see much merit in stabbing this hand small. I'd much rather check back.
Raise, no disaster.
BDSD. And you can get check raised. Like this Garcia guy could be check raising with this hand very easily. They're super deep.
Top kicker, but not.
He's actually going to bet. He's going to bet half pot as well.
Using these as the strong one.
So Garcia, 100% not folding. Is he going to raise or is he going to call?
Of course,
Keep in mind, Griff would not 3-bet much aces here, which I think is one of the reasons he's allowed to stab like this. He's going to go for a check call here,
cold deck your opponent.
which is kind of funny because Griff is just milking the shit out of this hand, like hand be hand.
Number 2 flush.
Will we see an interesting turn card like a 7 or whatever? 4? I mean, Griff's hand should be passive on a lot of turns, so that's definitely one of them.
Where did that card come from?
Check, check, ace.
The interesting way to get there.
Can this guy lead here? I don't think so.
Have concern.
So it just goes check, check here. I don't see Griff ever betting this.
Will be very possible for both players to have
Doesn't make any sense to bet this.
Jack 10 here.
Check, check. Club. So this guy gets the... But Griff may bluff this river, so he's got king and queen of clubs. So it's very hard. Like, he can't check raise this hand and expect to get caught. So I imagine he's just going to bet and hope that it's a cooler.
Aces and queens given the
Like, Griff check back, like, Jack 10. Or, what's it called? Because Jack 10 can get free rolled very easily here. Or Griff River's a worse flush. I don't think, like, a worse flush necessarily even bet calls when he has the king and the queen.
3 million.
So he's just going to bet. Yeah, fair enough. Griff never calling, I don't think. Even though he has, like, a quote-unquote blocker with the 5 of clubs. I don't think in this spot it makes enough sense.
just open a
He's going to have so many flushes here. Easy forward. Good job.
saying
Weird
it's
flop spot though, must say.
These blinds.
So Griff unfortunately chipping down there in a spot where he could have chopped up the chip lead if he won that pot. Rafa gonna raise
no, not fair enough. I fight back.
and win the blinds. Oh, okay. Limp call BBB. Spades on the flop. Alexic flopping a flush.
Nice flop. Not a lot going on.
I wonder how he makes his decision for whether he bets or checks. Are we going to see anything obvious? I think these guys do not RNG, by the way, when they play live.
Sanis has
And in general, I don't think Griff is an RNG boy.
in the ace and queen there.
Philip's going to stab and just win. Okay. Siebert, rather. Blinds taken down again. Okay, Griff going to limp in first position into the chip leader BB. Alexic probably over limp here, but he might be tempted to punish. I think it's a mistake. I think this is a limping hand. He raises, yeah. I feel like a lot of people do this. They just spew raise versus limps. I don't like it at all.
Perhaps possessing power for.
Anyway, limp call from Griff. Will he donk or flop? Let's see. Medium board. Ooh, interesting board. Donkable board. Is he going to take that line and start getting aggressive here?
Perhaps more importantly,
I actually like it. I don't think his draw is really that good, and it's certainly not a hand that wants to check call any large bet. So I'd like to see him take over the lead here with a flop bet. And he's asking how much is in there, so I imagine we're going to see that. If he potted flop, he could like pot rip turn. Is his hand good enough for that? He does have that backdoor low straight draw. He can turn an extra gut shot on a bunch of different cards. So I actually like this. Honestly, a pot lead and a pot jam. Because he's also going to bluff his opponent off like some NFDs on the turn and stuff as well. So I would like to see a pot lead here.
Split screen. I've not seen this. Is this new?
Yeah, split screen is nice. This is actually great. Live split screen, watching both the players at the same time physically. Oh, Griff is going to go check, check. So it's kind of interesting line.
flush. Easy.
Flush. Yes. No.
Number 3.
And Philip's not checking back 2-pair much. I think, like, Griff, I can see him going check, check, and, like, one large value bet on river.
Check mark. I didn't know we could do split
I can also see him going small and medium.
screen once the stream's done.
I'm not sure what to expect. But I really, really would have liked a pot lead flop. I think against the punishing range, it's pretty sick line.
700.
Okay, so he's going to go small and medium. But obviously, Alexic can't call.
Nothing on this board for Alexic.
That would make
It's also interesting. I wonder how Griff, balanced Griff is. By the way, nice hand. When he asks on like in a donking spot, what's in the flop, what's in the pot, and then checks. Interesting stuff. Takes down the blinds with the absolute joint. Garcia's going to limp button here 20 mil. I don't think that this is a necessary play. It depends how short BB is. It's Alexic BB and it's Alexic 40 BB. I don't like this. I would just raise this guy. It's whatever, actually. I don't care. I don't think he needs to deviate, though. I think people are still going to overfold a lot. And the guy with a lot of chips is small blind, so he doesn't have to worry as much. Anyway, random board. Alexic has flopped top pair with a shit FD. And Griff has an even shitter FD dry. Check, 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 flop. Some backdoor draws possible for the limper. But dog shit turn. Alexic with super nuts. Going to go check calling. But Griff could stab. Oh, ace of clubs, low FD, and an over. This is actually a bluffable hand from Griff. So we might see a bet. I don't think Philip can possibly fold. And then the other guy will muck if that's what happens. But Griff might not think this is enough to bluff here.
600.
He will. Okay, fair enough.
Stabby stab from Pew Jones here.
Yeah.
Doing a bit of pretending.
I don't think this is foldable. Like, because he has a draw and he unblocks a ton of other draws.
You clean up some outs, probably
And he has the pocket pair resuck option.
some superior draws.
Although it is an underpair, so like any 9's full house has him drawing dead.
Can we knock out a king with an 8 high flush draw?
So it's a min interesting spot, but I think it's kind of not foldable. Especially when imposition is going to bet a lot of 9's on the flop, so it's very hard for imposition to have anything on this turn. He's going to call. Is that a spew raise? Did he spew raise the turn?
Gesticulating to the ceiling. Throwing his hands up, his thumb up. Wanted to see a raise.
He did, he spew raised the turn.
You got what you wanted, my friend.
Interesting.
Don't know, I'm kind of slowly getting on the right wavelength of what's meant to be happening.
Interesting, interesting. Not sure how I feel about that. He's got some like interesting like unblocking and blocking effects going, like blocking strong hands with the Kong, unblocking a lot of the draws that could stab, even though he has a draw himself. So like, you know, he could get bet called by a 9 and still have equity, etc. So it's an interesting raise. Respect. Griff, decent hand. Well, Lexic with a value 3-bet that would absolutely hate life to have to be all in pre-flop with. Will he take the 3-bet out of the small blind, or will he make a weird flat? It's such a default 3-bet. I'm curious what he does. I imagine he'll just 3-bet. But he might be thinking that there's not going to be many flops gone to if he re-raises, and therefore he will just flat, because he does not want to play like a all-in off a fucking fold spot. Yeah, so he will just call. Interesting. Rapper folds, heads up to flop. Okay, would have been a tough 3-bet pop for him. Griff gonna flop an interesting hand. Pretty interesting hand. I guess it's kind of natural check back, because like while you could be aggressive here with an OE, like if your opponent actually flopped the straight, you're full drawing dead. And you need to defend your range on the turn in the river, and this hand can turn enough stuff where you can help to defend your range, you know? So if you hit an ace-king fucking straight, or a club, you know, you can help yourself along to the river pretty easily.
700.
He's actually going to just start with a bet. I find it interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I could see myself just RNGing with this hand in this spot, because there's a bit of merit to both plays. Griff goes for the bet though and wins a pot. Did Philip have double backdoor and fold flop? Yes, he does. He folds backdoor straight draw, overpair, double backdoor flush for a... It was a decent bet size though, right? 40% or so. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's fair. Griff under the gun, rainbow Kongs could definitely limp here. He's already limped once, so I think he'll limp again. Oh, this time he's going to go for a raise fold option with dog shit Kongs. Takes down the blind. So Griff is starting to wake up, starting to play some poker. Rafa raising here. Oh my god, Griff waking up. Oh, the spew 3-bet from Garcia, willing to get it in. And now he's going to chip dump 2.3 mil chips to Griff, who is cold 4ing and absolutely loving life. So Griff like overtakes chip lead with a cold 4 after Garcia spew 3-bets Doorbread. Interesting.
Does it say part?
I've been scammed. Once again,
Now Griff takes down the blinds. I should fucking go to bed, by the way. Like, I still got so long to go in this fucking video, mate. But I know that if I don't finish it, I'll never finish it, so... Like, I'll just try and hurry the fuck up. Limped BBB. Massive hand versus dogshit draw. Oh, Griff with full dogshit draw here. Could just honestly fold to min C-bet. He's gonna call it though. I don't know about this. It feels kind of disgusting. He's full cooled, obviously. Can his opponent ever check here? Not really. So his opponent's just gonna bet and win. Oh, he does check. What the fuck? He's gonna try and showdown second pair. And Griff should oblige with like a stab here, right? Like his hand's just so AIDS. And it barrels really well on rivers that complete straights. But he's going to check back and then just get cooled. Will this guy try to check raise or go for value? He blocks a rivered straight. How does that fuck with things? Oh, I don't really know.
They do carry some jeopardy with them.
I can't say I've heard that one before, but
Interesting. He's just going to bet, so whatever gets paid off. I don't know about the flop call, though, honestly. Griff just aces again now. He's going to just call, right? He doesn't want to face up his cards. Yeah, covered. Tough spot. Good board for Griff, though. Really good board for Griff. He could even go donking here with his range. With his exact hand, he doesn't really want to donk. So I'll be curious how he plays this spot. He doesn't ask how much is in the pot. He doesn't really think about donking. So I feel like he's not done a balanced job with his donk timings and whatnot there. Something to consider. This guy's going to snap check back flop with dry nuts or semi-dry nuts. And he's going to turn his free rolling card. Griff has KC as well. Griff could make a small protection bet because he will fold his opponent off like a bunch of single pair hands that have live 2-pair outs. If he did that. But instead he's gonna check call it.
Surely more op don't think we're going anywhere, just the lightning rod 10 on the river for yourself to get out of here. Just think you did have that straight.
Griff check
Your
calls.
opponent could have a king high straight. Garcia perhaps not too
Does Griff lead river? It's very hard for him to have bluffs here that aren't something like this, because he doesn't want to bluff 2-pair. He snap checks. Snap check.
Especially when you got the queen, the 10. And
Would I have liked a check call lead? I probably would have liked it, honestly. And this guy checks back a 3 flush. Well, that's fucking stupid. Because you could easily get check raise bluffed by like king 9 with a club or whatever, some 2-pair ace.
Like, I'll just go to the toilet, but I could play for a bit.
Ah, yeah, you mean...
Yeah, okay, sure.
Ah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, toilet now, yeah.
And
Min break.
can't miss a hand. I'm sitting there for 6 hours straight. These guys can't go half an hour without visiting the bathroom. $50,000 PLO grant.
I need to know a human map. Get a very nice room. Spend. I don't
To figure it out, I
did have an tab. We kind of
start. Yeah.
Limped BBB, fucking whatever, not super interesting. Somebody wins. Good job.
Crucial. Chesney, two pair for Garcia.
Another limped BBB again. We got some blockers at play. Bluff catcher versus blockers. That's not a good matchup for everybody's hero. We're gonna see a check on the flop here from Garcia actually, as the limper. Griff gonna just start stabbing with the dry blockers. Well, single gutter with over. And he's just gonna blast it through, I guess. He's even got the 10 of clubs, so he could win the pot with a rivered jack or a club. Maybe a king as well.
That's true. They should know from you, but I know you're
Probably not though. Probably needs the club or the jack. Let's see if he can hit.
Another very significant pot.
Oh, that's an interesting river.
Very ugly card. I'll go off on the river, that ace.
I mean, his opponent's really not going to fold 2-pair much to a barrel. So what does Griff want to do here with the dry straight blockers? Is this guy thinking about donking, mate? You're going to get 0 credit here for a fucking value hand if you donk.
One of those
Full 0 credit.
weird ones. Right, I mean,
Like, Griff might even call you with this fucking hand.
has got to be concerned now that Garcia is just going to have
Does
some
Griff give up
houses.
here?
Get to go as hard for value with the straight. Be hard to bluff
Yeah, he
here.
snap gives it up. It's kind of an interesting spot, but I feel like his opponent was just not going to fold 2-pair.
See, toying with the idea. I think an ace queen 10-4 would have been going for it. Go with this behind. Very great hand.
What the fuck? Our Doorbridge is in for whatever. What happened pre? Alexic opens and we can't see his cards, and yeah, they're just getting it in post.
You're gonna be like,
What did he open pre? Let's see.
Feels like 90%.
Just some full dog shit hand.
90.
not quite that far.
I like my chances.
8, 3, and 5. Required. Whereas Raphael's going to be basically even with chips with Alexic, but no. 3 on the turn.
3 pay with a 5.
Now it's Raphael. Need help. Has a gut shot draw. Queen, 9, ace. Jack of hearts, no use to him.
Good luck, guys.
Sean Raphael out in 4th. The tournament PLO specialist from the States.
That small bunt.
Came in to this final last night with a very healthy stack. Started today 3rd in chips. A long way from those below him, but also a long way from those who went.
got like 10. Oh wait, 1 second, me.
Yeah, it's okay.
As well, he's not super far behind Pew Jones now, just 3 million.
What the fuck? Why is Griff limped under the gun here with King Jack 8-4? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Solitary big blind. That makes sense.
Huh?
Alexic, of course, raising that one from the small.
I don't get it. I don't fucking get this. This doesn't make any fucking sense to me, man.
Now, just 3 million. It seemed before.
Yeah, obviously. Up against chip leader with 120.
The new chip leader might have once seemed.
Griff double check back here. Praying his opponent bluffs, but his opponent actually gets cooled on the river. And probably ends up value betting. And then what is Griff going to do? Depends on the sizing. It's third pot. He's just going to snap flat. Doesn't want to go for an interesting value raise.
Between 3 and 2, not that different to the gap between 2 and 1. So I wonder if we see this now real snug up.
Almost folded, you know. So bad. My hand was too bad to do anything, you know.
10.7.
10.7, thank you. Not much to do anyway.
A beautiful permanent. We'll just have a tea.
Expecting a banana.
Banana.
I think he should have maybe considered
Expectations here, they will.
a Rizzy there.
They will go the extra.
Oh, what's this? Some spot where Griff should be aggressive. What does his opponent flop to? Low gut shot and a top pair? Okay. Well, he's certainly not going to fold. He check calls. He hits the gut shot. Oh, Griff makes a superior straight, though, with a FD. Interesting. I imagine he's just going to bet. Plenty of hands to get value from. Obviously not the best spot when he gets check raised, but it won't be happening this time.
Is that does sound like a thing that like the tables
This.
missed that Garcia has a straight as
Is
well.
Griff going to value bet here? 2 missed FDs. Is his opponent, his opponent should probably be donking a bit with hisies as well. So when his opponent doesn't donk, like Griff could feel sort of secure, but he's just going to snap check back.
Straight.
Probably reasonable, but I don't know, man. You got to think about these spots, bro. It's a big spot. Like if you figure out that you can make a value bet here, it's a big deal. Like his opponent could have had like dry 6-7 though, so his hand probably doesn't want to actually value bet. Maybe he just figures that out super quickly, and you know I'm the slow one. But I would certainly have sat there and at least thought about it for a bit. Like your opponent's a spew box. He can easily, like with 2 missed FDs, think about check calling river with a much weaker hand than a straight. Also,
Oh shit.
he's probably going to donk a bit with a hizzy.
What happened? Bad news or good news?
Good news.
Do I have a piece of Griff? I mean, I have done in the past, but no, I don't. Not in this situation.
Find another 500k.
He plays too many tourneys, mate. I can't keep up with all the shit. So Griff getting aggro here with full trash, blind v blind, and Alexic has the absolute super nuts. Doesn't want a 3-bet though. I think he'll just call.
King 9-7 double glorious looking hand.
I know he did 3-bet. So would have been tilted if he got forward, but it didn't happen. He's also going to get called out of position a decent amount, so fair enough. Now we got 3-way limped. Griff on button with dog shit, but flops a set. Alexic flops top pair, backdoor, straight, and flush. Griff probably just betting pure this set of 10s. So fucking strong.
I can assume it's because
Wants to put the pressure. Alexic cannot fold. Will call. Will turn 2-pair gutties, so it's massive, massive cooler now. Will Griff be potting on this turn? I would say yes, and I would say always. So he does. Alexic cannot fold. He calls. What is the river? 2? That would be disgusting. It's a joker. So now it's going to be a decision point for Griff here. This river is actually insane. I guess it's not insane for Griff, right? It's better for Griff than Alexic, because Alexic's checking back BB, but Griff again going to snap check behind blockerless. I would have at least liked to see a thought for a bet. He probably realizes like he should not bet this hand if he doesn't have at least a straight blocker. And if he had like a queen, he probably ends up betting always, and a 9 he like maybe considers it and bets or doesn't, you know? So maybe he figures that out quickly again, but me personally, man, I would just sit there and have a little thought, you know? Like, even for this sake, so look, alright, it's gonna go check. Just watch it again. Look at the speed here, okay? So Alexic is just gonna check. Makes sense, obviously. might never be leading in this spot. Not that you can't, but just that he probably isn't. It's going to go check. Look how long Griff takes. Okay, so Griff is going to turn this hand over almost immediately. And if I'm Griff, I would like my opponent to at least think that I can sometimes be value betting a hand like this just to own him. You know, even if this isn't a value bet, I want my opponent to think that I might do it, you know, because that's a lot more dangerous. If you're trying to get them to fold and they're sitting there thinking, oh my God, like, you know, he could just be value betting a set. It's a way tougher spot for them. You know? So, I don't know, like, yes, it's kind of nitty to have this thought, but I think two things. One, he should consider the value bet. Two, he should at least threaten the value bet, you know? But he probably just doesn't give a fuck. This is literally the best hand in PLO. Well, it's not literally, but, you know, it's a fucking insane hand.
It's weird, actually. I suppose it's a little trap. Yeah.
Well, Griff, no punish, King, Jack, 7-6, mid-suit. Like, considerable. Actually, no, it's not, because the other guy's the chip leader. But, anyway, it's going to flop the joint. I don't know why chip leader would limp here, to be honest. I don't think you get punished that much off these effective stacks because you cover the guy. So I don't think, like, limp raising this is making that much sense. I think he should just open this hand. I think it's a mistake. Anyway, check, check. Griff's just going to try and peel something off here. He doesn't hit shit. Aces should value bet, and obviously Griff will call. Oh, it's actually the other way. It's going to go check bet. And now aces could consider, like, even a weird value raise, but doesn't do it. Just check calls. And Griff rivers some showdown, so it just goes check, check. Aces wins. Maybe I'll look at the comment if he gets a funny comment here.
Very good.
Did you see the reaction there? He sees the absolute super nuts. He's like, what the fuck? That's not ace, 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 7 rainbow.
Pretty similarly.
Believe, liking, and subscribe. Usually to put. Oh, he wins the TV.
He wins the TV.
Oh, yeah.
You don't.
That is no longer. No. There's quite a clear.
Blind v blind. So Lexic with over gut shot backdoor flush draw. Could get aggressive here on this board, and we'll be running into top and bottom.
Can I put you in that spot?
Turn comes off. Alexic doesn't improve his draw at all. Bad turn, probably has to shut down. And Garcia with top pair and like, you know, 3 pair here kind of. He can obviously value bet, but he could also make a like conservative check back and juice some bluffs. He's just going to value bet.
A few years ago, two ukkas on the flop, James.
So BBB and limped and Griff flops trips here. I wonder if Griff slow plays this particular trips much. I feel like he will. He does. Kong on the turn, and now Griff's just going to pray that his opponent has a Kong. Garcia, can he bet here himself? He might. He's a bit spewy. So Griff's going to obviously flat. If the river's a queen, I think Griff can expect to get some more money. I don't know what kind of rivers Garcia is going to bluff outside of a queen. Or a 10, sorry. Random 7. Does Garcia bluff this? I think he might have bluffed on like a 5 or an 8 or maybe a 9. Is he going to bluff here on this card? He kind of unblocks some of the straight. He's actually just going to spew bluff here with random ace. Yeah, he's going to get snapped off. Oh, massive flop for Griff here. He just leads. Alexic was also pretty massive fucking flop. Call hits the nuts. Griff should probably just spew through here. I think so. He's got like just enough pieces of everything to justify spewing. And Alexic, sure, he could like jam against a pot bet, but he doesn't need to. It's not going to happen either. Griff's not going to pot. So it just goes bet, and Alexic should flat call, I imagine. Oh, he's going to jam it in. He says, fuck you, you barrel this often enough, I know your game. I'm going to spew it all in. He gets it done. Good job, I guess.
Very similar looking hands here, Jones. Want to Take 3.
Yeah, having a shit river roll-off for him would have been very painful. And he could have been scared of a lot of overs and stuff. So Garcia in big blind against Griff's button limp. Probably just goes... I guess Griff might stab this, actually. He will... Garcia does not check raise, though, which... Like, we really haven't seen any check raising on paired. So Griff might 2-barrel... I mean, it's just, like, fully spew, though. He's got low gutty and... Yeah... Whatever. It's a whatever barrel. I don't know if he can afford to bluff on a club, though. I think he would have to find, like, a deuce 4 or... king, but probably only the deuce or the 4 to bluff river. King just takes showdown, fuck it. So he's gonna bet turn, half pot. And the river is a random 8, so it's just going check, check. Full spew bluff coming from Griff, really? Full spew bluff, blocking ace king and ace queen. This is very, very, very spewy. The 2/3 pot. With the queen of clubs in hand. Honestly, mate, I think if he takes this bluff, like, fucking full pot. Like, make an ace really have a decision here. Like, this bluff sizing is like, okay, if he doesn't have an ace, he probably has to fold. But I think that, like, the only blocking properties that we really have that are relevant here are the king and the queen, and obviously the queen of clubs is still negative. So it's a full spew bluff, like, random click from Griff here, in my opinion. Could be wrong, but yeah. Anyway, he's getting called, obviously. Whoa, what the fuck? This guy folds randomly here. He says this guy would never bet the sizing unless he had it. I have only a jack kicker. I'll just call with a better kicker. This fold is fully retarded, by the way. Fully. Bluff retarded? Fold even more retarded? You could argue that there was some sort of leveling going on there. I don't think there was, honestly. I think, like, the only leveling that happened was Garcia leveling himself. So yeah, I don't know, random. Random hand there.
We haven't really seen that so far, even just this third back. So.
They said 7.
And what's this one? Is it... Yeah, this is limped. Garcia's first to act here on flop. Gonna bet. Griff, full dog shit, just folding. Okay. Another limped BBB. Griff with some reasons to be aggressive. Looks like he's going to check raise here, possibly. He's checked flop. Yeah, I mean, you really want to check call this? Fuck that, right? He's got to check raise. He will actually check call. Check call donk? No, I guess not. Philip's gonna bluff here just because he has deuces and he thinks it's like a solver thing in this spot, I guess. It probably is. I mean, deuces love bluffing. This is a very human solver spot. I has deuces, I bet. And he bets half pot. Now Griff, who could have been aggressive on the flop, put into an irritating situation on the turn with double gut shot with flush draw. Possibly live, possibly not live. Or actually, he's always live to the fucking straight flush draw. So the decision to not be aggressive on the flop bites him there.
A fruit plate, a Turkish tea. I can't be late.
And he limps button with actually a pretty good hand, but it's into, again, the chip leading BB. Oh, and he's flopped. He's up against a set with top 2, so this is a horrible spot for Griff. Horrible spot. But it's not impossible for him to check back flop. So it is something he could occasionally do. I don't think we're going to see it, but it could happen. And this is a pure raise from Garcia. Like, he might not do it because he's seen a bit of aces and stuff. But like Griff limping button aces, probably not happening, even though Griff has limped a bit. And this is the kind of set that raises on the flop, the set with the top pair. He's going to not do that, which saves Griff just infinite chips, basically, if the turn is a brick. The turn was not a full brick, though. And Griff could either value bet or check back. I don't know what we'll see out of Griff. He tends to not be that guy who likes to value bet without the blocker, but I think there's plenty of merit for doing it in this spot.
1,900,000.
Yeah, I thought we would see a flop check raise as well, mate, but I guess he's maybe a little bit too scared of QQ, or fuck knows, mate. Maybe he feels a bit of ICM even though he covers. So Griff will make a value bet on turn, probably planning on checking back on the river bricks. Maybe finally following through with that extra bullet, but the timing would be very poor for him. You know, he bets the turn, gets called, obviously. River's a joker, so it's just going to go check, check. Oh, it's a joker. Hold on, it's a joker of diamonds, though.
Flush coming in.
There's no way he makes his opponent... Nah, his opponent cannot fucking fold ace 5-5. It's unfoldable.
You do what you're
But Griff could choose to bluff River instead of showing down, right?
may see him come out with
Nah, because like all the flushes have like a hizzy blocker. This guy's thinking about leading River.
see, very nice to have that ace in his hand now as well, blocking
It could go lead raise. Like it's not out of reason.
type stuff. You know your opponent's
Like the only hand you want to raise against lead is ace queen here, right? The only hand.
check like a lot of flushes as well.
And I guess full unblocking is good. His combo does that. So there's some chance Griff raises this. There is some chance.
Now, obviously,
It's for all the money as well. He likes the big plays. Dude, he's definitely at least thinking about this.
difficult. Yeah, difficult to rep them.
This is true.
He knows against this play that his ace queen, it's like better to hold than any other kind of catcher. But I think he's going to be scared of calling and losing to a bluff that beats him.
Opponent, I would guess, but
So I think he's going to find raise. That's where I think he's at. I think he will actually raise here. I don't know what sizing he'll use, but I think he's going to find a raise here. He's going to say, hey, I don't have a diamond in my hand. I don't have a fucking straight card in my hand. I'm just going to raise this every single time because I'm a fucking spew box.
Take
Fuck RNG.
queen jack on the turn for that size.
10 million tournament chips.
this is a nice, this
So-
is 2.4 million as well. I don't think even like, I
Puts
think
out the
that's
time bank.
smooths.
Oh, that looks bad. That's a bad look. That's like I'm going to knit fold this fucking shit. Oh, he is going to knit fold this fucking shit.
All options kind of didn't.
Interesting though, bro. Like, honestly, ace 5-5 might have called.
It's like
He's like a reads guy, right? Like, he might call that. He's got an ace.
also has the deuce 3-4.
Sort of interesting.
Yeah, but I was asking for the bot, and you know there were like 15. I mean, you know what I mean. When I asked for the bot,
This guy's trying to rat a time chip here. Dude, you can't just ask for the pot every time and run the clock, mate.
I mean, I tried to bet after, but yeah,
I don't like this time chip ratting shit. Like, if you ask for the pot, just the clock's running, you know? Just
I just a little. I mean, after the time goes up, but
When Wolves is in here. That doesn't sound right.
What was in the pot was allowed.
oof.
Right.
I didn't know if that's a normal thing with PLO.
It is, yeah.
Is he gonna limp again, DSAA?
Allowed to also.
He regrets his last one. He's gonna pot this one.
I think in that case, then you just.
Interesting hand for Griff here. I mean, he's just gonna call though.
And then he's Garcia.
Okay.
An awful flop.
I guess Garcia is probably just spew C betting, right? Like, yeah. His C bet percent is just too high, mate, honestly.
With Garcia.
Griff, interesting spot, double gutter. He has to at least call. Raising is weird. I don't think we should raise with this hand. Raising in general, obviously not like much of a thing, but
With the redraw.
oh, he's gonna hit. Okay, so it's Chopsky with free roll. This guy might check and pray to like push the guy off, but a dry ace really shouldn't bet in position ever. So I think this guy should just barrel and pray that his opponent plays the catcher line and hopes he has AA bluff. Or even just ace-x of clubs bluff. So I really think Garcia should just be putting the pedal down here. Ace of clubs in general should be super aggressive.
2.5 million.
Was that like... He bets massive. Alright, so whatever, Griff calls. And Griff probably bluffing board pair.
Now, Prado, non-nut with a raise here and get jammed. If he is. I mean, the secret's kind of out now. So, you know, maybe we could have a set of queens, set of kings. But it looks like we've got the straight.
Interesting spot if the board pairs though.
Will he get one?
I don't know if Garcia necessarily folds. He probably will. But he might not. That fold with fucking trips was absolutely retarded before. So he's going to free roll him here
Look at
on the
this.
river. And by the way, it's actually not that hard to have a bunch of bluffs here. Like if you're being aggro with the ace of clubs.
Now,
Anyway, who obviously bet.
It's like a super interesting spot thinking about it, right? Because you would imagine Hugh Jones would have the more clubs, right? Like with the 10x of clubs, jack x
Sure.
clubs, things like that.
I think this dude just pots and prays he wins the tournament here.
Does he perhaps?
and they might check
Or bets like whatever, fucking 6 million chips or whatever.
combos.
He probably does the 6 mil thing, right? I know he's potted it.
He's just gone for the whole lot. Just in here with clubs. Effect. And so yeah.
Tough river. Tough river for Griff.
Any good?
Chips down quite heavily in that
It's
pot.
always going to struggle because it's tough to
Him and Philip are pretty tight on chips now, I think. Yeah, not too much separating them. It's a big swung there. Unlucky river.
I can see that. Hugh Jones more of a ranger.
Okay, so
I'm really concerned for any.
I was wondering why somebody already kind of spoiled me in the chat. They asked Imbo, Ace 5 3 double suited. Is that a good hand 3 max? So I wasn't really paying attention here, but let's see what happens. So Griff limps button.
You getting close.
Alexic is going to punish from small. He figures Griff is like limping enough that he's limp folding some stuff, and he's putting himself into a horrible spot while covered. So I imagine this is just a bad play, but whatever. Anyway, Griff's going to call
Hugh Jones.
and flop trips, and now Philip
Not
has
a lot of anything for Alex.
some unders and an over. And apparently he's just going to whale off his entire stack here because somebody spoiled me effectively in the chat. People think that comments aren't spoilers, but they're just like maximum spoilers. And even if they don't spoil and they're sort of balanced or tricky with the comment, it's still irritating because the viewing experience gets completely ruined. Because now all I'm trying to do is figure out how much of a spoiler the comment was instead of watching the fucking hand of poker, you know? So in the future, if you guys know a hand or something, don't say, oh, there's a cool hand with this and that. Don't say any of this fucking shit. Just say nothing. Just say, I'm glad to be here. This is a great stream. And it's all good, mate. Business carries on. Anyway, see a bit cool.
I was sitting there thinking, Alexis suddenly making noise pre-flop. He hasn't done that for a long time.
Random undercard, and he's going to use the unblocker theory to bluff turn here. Figuring that Griff has more like king with medium cards that he'll end up folding later. Having the ace being good, having the unders being, you know, having unblocking properties. And so he's going to spew barrel. Thinking it's like solver line, like the deuces thing that I mentioned before. He's just thinking the same thought. It's not unreasonable. Honestly, it's probably not even that bad or possibly good. It's not unreasonable. I'm going to assume the river play is kind of unacceptable though. He's going to go small on turn actually. So he's just trying to go like keeping a king in to fold the king out on the river effectively.
There's 6.7 million chips in the middle of this pot.
If the river is a 5 though, I think his bluff is completely fine. Maybe even a deuce. They're the only cards I'll accept though. Yeah, okay, this is fine honestly. Is he going to full pot jam? Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, fine. Totally fine. And Griff's obviously not folding trips. Especially trips with a 6. So GG Philip, I don't hate the play. I think it was totally fine, respectable. You gotta like a bit of red line action, fuck the nits. And good call from Griff. And fuck you to the guy who spoiled this in the chat, by the way, because I would have enjoyed watching this without all the spoilers. Is he going to leave a crumb chip? Don't leave the crumb chip. Be a real man. Stick it all in. Fuck the crumb chip shit. That's for nits. We're here to spew, mate. I wonder if Griff snaps him or not on the river. I don't think Griff should use a time chip.
Sizing is dependent on how do I dislodge those kings. So I look like aces.
Griff also should know that he has just like a random king here a bunch and he can't fold trips. So.
Yeah, maybe he's going to go the other way. Maybe he's going to try and make an 8 release. I thought we might see like a 1/3 on the river kind of size.
Just something that looks like it wants called by a king on your aces.
If we go really big here, we're now saying, hey,
We have kings.
yeah, well, basically, maybe aces with an 8.
He's going to leave a couple of crumbs behind. Looks like. He's leaving one crumb. Fuck the crumb shit, mate. Fuck it.
All of it, bar 50k.
Wow. I didn't see this coming.
No. When this board got dealt out, I didn't see this coming. When the turn came, even when the river came, I didn't think we'd find ourselves here. Pew Jones.
Just snap it off, mate. It's funnier when you snap it off.
The flop bet member was just 800k. The turn just 1.3 million. He's going to have all the king X in here.
I guess this is the kind of hand he's thinking young blocks, the kind of strong kings and stuff that would be the most likely to fold. Doesn't have like a jack, a queen, like or most likely to call turn and fold river, but
yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
wow.
Just don't see him folding this.
It's tough for him though, right? Because
It's like, even if you want to maybe consider folding an 8, you never fold 8-6. Because bottom value that your opponent's repping is 6-7. So it's just the super fist pump snap.
What's he got? You're really trying to say he's got king's full?
yes, 6-7 maybe. I don't know.
Not impossible.
I like honestly surprised Griff's even thinking about this. Like, I guess it's just like he's thinking, okay, you know, it's a fucking shitload of money for first. Is he actually bluffing here? But like, these thoughts are kind of pointless. Like, you're always just going to default to the strategy at the end of the day. And surely strategy-wise, he's thinking, I can't fold fucking trips, especially not with a fucking 6. He's going to show the full fucking spew off. Griff's not going to give him shit for it though, obviously. And it's a fine. I honestly, like, to the guy saying that maybe this hand wasn't that good or whatever, I think this hand is totally ballsy, completely acceptable. His opponent's going to pure fold a fucking king. His opponent, even though he's a good reg, is probably going to have considered folding an 8 with different side cards. So I think it was going to be quite an effective play overall. Did he have to do it? No. Is it respectable? Yes. Would he have got paid off if he had value in a bunch of spots as a result of his aggressive overall play? Yes. So I think it was a well-played hand.
Okay, if it's probably a bluff or nothing, but at the times it might be something in the middle. Maybe he just flicks the 50k in out of sheer desperation.
I think people who give some shit for fucking spewing off are fucking nits, man. That's what I think. Like, sure, some plays are fully fucking retarded, and they deserve to be given shit. But this was not one of those plays. This was a complicated, like, is this an interesting solver bluff kind of line? Maybe is the best I can do for an answer. Could I see myself doing the same thing? Honestly, yes. Although I don't really like the optics of betting small on the turn and betting full pot on the river. I find this to be like a little bit too old-fashioned of a line. Like a little bit too face up, like that you try to keep in weak hands and fold them out on the river. I would opt more for like a little bit larger on turn and a little bit smaller on river. Just to make life feel very uncomfortable on both of the streets. Whereas on the turn, it's like it doesn't feel that uncomfortable, right? Like you just call everything. And on the river, you can just fold a shitload.
I guess my argument is it's not too important here because
Unless you want to go for the leveling war cooldown. Anyway, whatever. Also, like, regarding like the leaving the crumbs behind and stuff, like I understand the strategy angle of it. I understand the EV angle of it. I just don't think it should be part of the game format. I feel like anytime you bet, let's say 80% of your stack, like say your stack fits into the pot and you try to bet like 70% of it, you're just instead forced to be all in. Like it just kind of shits up the game. It's just like some ratty kind of crap, you know? I get it, like it's an EV angle, but just remove it from the game. Nobody really cares. It's not like these guys even want to do this necessarily. It's just one other irritating thing to remember. So I personally, like, if it was up to me, I would just say, okay, let's remove this from the game. This is pretty shit.
Straight declared, and then Alexa just like hasn't looked yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There it is. Gets the chop.
Chop.
Wow. You're drawing very poorly when someone declares
That's
straight.
like massive double up.
The reason, by the way, that this is so stupidly overpowered is that you get to win, like for the minimum chips or whatever, you get to win the big blind ante. So in this hand, Griff posts his big blind ante of, what's it called? 240,000 chips. And for 50,000 starting stack in the hand, Alexic gets to win the 240,000 ante. As well as the blind? Maybe? Or maybe not the blind, like maybe he, no, probably not the blind. But the ante, yes. So it's just kind of like a rules error as well, somewhat.
I suppose the flip of my argument is Garcia just wants him out as well, so he's not really going to push pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In this instance. But I meant more the match of that situation.
Alright, whatever. There's just another all-in. Philip actually wins again.
If I win this one, I take whatever I catch the roulette, all in red. It's looking good then.
I think he would, but I was...
The spin run is over, drawing dead to Pew Jones.
Oh yeah.
Unless Garcia wants to do something.
You must have it. You're right, he does have it.
Oh fuck. Okay, I guess I'm dead.
This time.
I need value from the queens.
Him.
I mean, wouldn't mind getting a little bit.
discussion going on as players have reached heads up. We were discussing the pay jumps there. I heard you know playing.
They said maybe we take a 20-minute break, but then they're gonna just not take a break. Oh, so this heads up is actually fucking infinite long as well. Jesus. Oh man, I kind of can't be fucked. Like I actually have been spoiled on who wins as well. Like maybe I just fucking go to bed. I can't stay up all night. It's fucking Valentine's Day. I gotta be a good boy a little bit, you know.
Own good friend, Mr. Rob, the other Welsh PLO wizard.
Yeah.
Very nice call before, by the way. No, it was
It was a bit
tough
weird.
one. Yeah.
He also miscounted my stack, so he thought he was.
Oh.
He thought I was shorter, so maybe he raised wider or something like that.
250.
I fold.
Yeah, it's
I wouldn't mind watching this. I just don't think I can afford to do it. If you want to watch it yourself, go ahead, enjoy. But I think it's going to cost me like another hour because even though it's not that much total footage, it is a lot in terms of breaking down the hands. Like they're going to go to the flop fucking all the time and shit. There's going to be a lot of stuff to discuss. Yeah, so I won't spoil who wins, but I do know the result. And I guess that's it, man. I guess that's it for me. And catch you another time.